first to respond if my community ever needs me.
Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard, aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
We're planning a trip to Spain later this year.
But our Spanish
is pretty bad. So we're using Babbel.
Babbel's conversation-based method teaches you real-life words and phrases. And with Babbel's interactive bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
There's no easier way to learn another language.
Ahora hablamos español.
He just said, now we speak Spanish.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Learn how thousands of smart homeowners are investing about $1 to avoid expensive home repair bills. John, a former non-customer, said, "My air conditioner broke and I had to spend $1,900 to fix it." Jeff, a customer, wrote, "My air conditioner broke and I got a new one at no out-of-pocket cost." Mary, a former non-customer, wrote, "My heating system stopped running. I had to spend $3,000 to get a new one." Lisa, a customer, wrote, "My heater stopped working. I got it fixed at no out-of-pocket cost." For about $1 a day, you can have all the major appliances and systems in your home guaranteed fixed or replaced with HSC's home warranty coverage. Call now, and the first month is free. If the lines are busy, please call back.
800-657-5714. 800-657-5714. 800-657-5714. That's 800-657-5714.
Time for some smart saving. Make their dreams their reality.
I'm Arizona State Treasurer Kimberly Yee. Whatever your little one dreams of becoming, a doctor, a chef, a firefighter, they're going to need a plan and savings. Open an AZ 529 education savings plan, and you will be able to pay for their future education. Visit az529.gov and start saving to make their dream job come true.
Now that's smart saving. Sponsored by the Office of the Arizona State Treasurer.
Contractors, listen up. This is Bruce Jacobs. Are you missing out on jobs due to lack of bonding? When your current bonding holds you back, call Arizona's #1 bond managers at Constructors Bonding. They have the market relationships and expertise to take you where you want to go, serving all types of contractors of any size and license in all states. When you need better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding, 602-432-5929, or visit cbialliance.com.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
People settle down
because it's time.
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody. It's Thursday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studio in Scottsdale. And, okay, we got a lot going on today. Okay, no craziness, no diversions.
What?
No left turns. We have so much to do today. We don't have time for Friday-style nonsense.
All right.
Which seems to be the way the show goes on a daily basis lately, but...
Well, I mean, it is beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and so I'm sure that the holiday cheer is coming out a little sooner. Everybody's doing their... Like today, we had the big CRC Broadcasting Gala there at the world headquarters of CRC Broadcasting, and... come on. Now you got to give people a chance here. Give them an opportunity.
Listen, you guys all blow off steam. Let's do it tomorrow. Today, I got serious business. Today, I got serious business. We have Sun Devil basketball tickets to give away. After GCU plays San Francisco, they then go on over to ASU and play on Sunday. So if you want to watch the Sun Devils play San Francisco on Sunday at 4 p.m., you got your tickets plus a parking pass.
Now, the San Francisco Dons at this point are undefeated.
Seriously, that's just weird.
They are undefeated.
All right, well, one of our teams has got to beat them. Now, here's what I expect might happen. If they're that good, GCU will tire them out, and the Sun Devils will swoop in for the kill.
No, we need a double kill. We need GCU to do the job with the amazing... the amazing Predators, the Antelopes, and then let them go over on Sunday night and get forked by the ASU Sun.
I am all for that. Double kill would be great. I would be happy for just one kill if that's what we get. So let's hope for the best on that. But I got your tickets. So be listening for your chance to win those. Coming up this hour, we are going to go ahead and do our NFL Harmon Solar Fan Pick'em picks and see what's what. Your chance to win a nifty jersey of your choice if you win the week. Also, there's a lot of people still in the hunt, still have a chance to win that $1,580 from Harmon Solar or the $500 second prize from Harmon Solar. So don't stop believing. Don't do that. All right. So then the next hour, at 4 o'clock hour.
Hold on to that feeling.
Yes. This feeling? Yeah, I got it. In the next hour, we have Rosalie Michaels joining us to answer your fantasy football questions. This could get awkward, though.
Why?
Well, I'm playing her in a playoff game.
Oh, boy.
So this is it. I mean, I was thrilled to split the season with her. She won the first one. I won this last one, which it was giddy. I mean, I don't even care what happens next the rest of my fantasy football season. I beat Fantasy Girl.
You mean if she beats you again this week and eliminates you from playoff contention, you would be giddy still?
Well, I think the giddiness might wear down a bit, but
that's what I thought.
I'm happy that I won one. I'd really like to win this one. So I can't ask her any advice, though. I can't ask her any advice, but because
oh, come on, man.
She has even said herself, she's safe to ask advice from unless I'm playing her.
Oh, please.
Well, it's from her own mouth.
I mean, if she's the one that said it, then you have to think that she's serious.
Come on.
I ain't saying she's shady, but she is super duper competitive, and at least she was honest enough to say, when we're playing each other, don't ask me questions. That's fair.
You cannot trust any answer I'm going to give.
Yeah, I got no qualms about that. So whatever, I'm fine. We have tons of football stuff to talk about between now and 6 p.m. when the Chiefs and the Chargers will get ready to take the field for Thursday night football in week 15. This is 15.
I believe this begins week 15 tonight.
Wow. This has gone by too fast, but hey, we're still in it. Let's enjoy it while we have it, while we can. Kyle G says, "Dear Lord, Randy, that antelope scream was disturbing as hell."
Well, it's kill call.
Yeah,
that's
supposed to be.
Anybody that knows GCU antelope, that's kill call. When you're out in the wild and you hear that, that means an antelope has just made a fresh kill.
Yeah, or that you are about to be a fresh kill.
Well, it could be.
The antelope.
Yeah,
a lot of people think they're herd animals, but no, they are predators.
Well, no, they're herd animals.
They're predatory herd animals.
Yeah, they're predatory herd animals. That's their camo.
You like how we just made that whole section of science up right there, Keon?
Predatory herd animals.
I'm enjoying it. I feel like I'm learning a lot.
I'm going to Wikipedia right now to make a few corrections. No, this is a predatory herd animal.
I'm just saying I have a biology teacher that when we were learning about animals, it failed me. Failed me. Never taught me that the antelope was a predatory herd animal.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah,
see,
and that's going to be his folly, because if that teacher goes out into the wild, he's going to get taken down by an antelope. I mean, that's just a done deal.
The last thing that teacher's going to hear is the kill call of the antelope.
Wow, that doesn't sound like God. Yeah, just like that.
See, yeah.
Mars Bars 805 sends over. I'm confused by this. It looks like the Sun Devils horns, but why is it purple? Why would it be purple?
Oh, yeah. Some people can't get the colors right.
I see. See, Watermelon says, Jeffrey, you should test Rosalie. Ask her a silly question. See if she tells you the wrong person to play. Yeah. Honestly, by the way, I've been doing late in the last few years. I wouldn't know. I've been pretty bad. I'd be like, well, it sounds reasonable to me.
You know, Rosalie, I'm thinking about starting Deandre Hopkins. How does he look this weekend? And if she goes, oh, that's a good start. Yeah, that's a good start. Then you know she's messing with you, man.
You know, she'd have to say, well, I just dropped him, so if you can get him on the waiver quick enough, let's do this.
See?
Robert Savrai says, here's your link for the COVID list. Well, listen, I've seen the COVID list, and it's just getting too damn long to even completely comment on. I did see that with the Bears, and of course, Allen Robinson, he's in the protocols right now. We'll talk more about the vid a little bit later on. Don't bring us down, man.
Do we have to?
Yeah, it's a part of it. Listen, and you have to be checking who hasn't been. Who hasn't been checking their fantasy football looking for the COV next to the name? You know,
me.
Well, you probably should check that and look for the COV next to somebody's
why?
name, because that means they're not going to play.
Keon and I aren't playing.
Yeah, we're in the consolation. So we've got the week off.
I haven't been playing. Yeah.
Awkward.
But I did look at my actual football team.
Yeah.
Went to the website, Our Lads, which they do have a lot of
It's
roster
amazing.
stuff.
No, Washington has found a new name. They've now called themselves the Practice Squad.
If even that, honestly, because some of the reserves. So on ourlads.com, if you just search the team name, they have all of the players that have COVID in pink. There's so much pink here. I don't even know what to tell you. And then some of the reserve players from the practice squad also in pink. I don't know what to call this team. It's not a team. It's not a football team.
It's a practice squad. And listen, got news for you. Can I just give you a little spoiler? Spoiler alert. I wasn't picking you to win this week anyway.
Yeah.
So,
well,
yeah. Who are they playing?
Philadelphia.
Yeah, I was big. Really, and that was a tough one too. I was on the fence on that. And I was like, oh yeah, COVID. Wow. Boogie says, hey, Urban Meyer got fired. To be fair, it's really hard not to kick him while he's down. It's just really funny. I can't figure out why. Yeah, we'll explain the details of the firing of Urban Meyer here in a little bit.
Was that Boogie?
That's Boogie.
Boogie has been retweeting every story of Urban Meyer's firing with some kind of laughing.
Right.
Gif. So he's been enjoying this more than anybody.
Oh, yeah, I've been enjoying watching him enjoy it. Yeah. Oh, that's why it's purple. Lopes up. Okay. Oh, that isn't the same as. Sorry, I gotta remember on my screen it doesn't show up quite right. Yeah, it looked like you were doing the horns, but you're doing the lopes up, which is like this. That's lopes up. Got it. Thank you, Mars Bars 805. King Kitten says, I'm looking forward to the football game tonight. Gonna go home and watch it on the TV. I got the Chargers to win at home in LA. Listen, I don't care where they're at. Herbert is just having an amazing season. He had a little glitch there for a minute, but he seems to have pulled himself out of it. So, and he's also my fantasy football quarterback. So come on, Chargers. Yeah,
a little bit of self-investment going on.
A little bit. Just a little bit. 888-368-1580. Everything in my headphones just went weird. I don't know why. All right, so let's talk about that Urban Meyer thing for just a moment here. You guys already know he was fired. Shad Khan decided to go ahead and pull the trigger on that after the story of Josh Lambo. Here's what it was. The story comes out, and Shad Khan goes, Urban, is this thing true? And he's like, yeah, but in my defense, no, you're fired. That's pretty much, I think, how that conversation went. According to Lambo, he goes over there and says, hey, dip bleep, make your bleeping kicks, and then kicks him in the leg. And then he's like, hey, don't you ever touch me again. And he's like, hey, I'm the head ball coach. I'll kick you whenever the bleep I want. So I guess Urban Meyer did not deny that story when it came talking to Shad Khan. He did say to the press, he said, Josh's characterization of me and this incident is completely inaccurate, and there are eyewitnesses to refute this account. He started listing off people. He says, we met with him on several occasions to encourage his performance, and this was never brought up. I was fully supportive of Josh during his time with the team and wish him nothing but the best.
Herb, come on.
Yeah.
What eyewitnesses? You don't have any friends.
Oh, yeah. He was Trent Baalke. Yeah. Wait, you mean the GM? Okay. So, yeah, that's done. It's over. We're glad. Who's going to fill in? That's one thing I don't know. Who's filling in for Urban Meyer? Is it Trevor Lawrence?
No, it's the the offensive coordinator.
Darrell Bevel, my least favorite coordinator in sports.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Well, the picks are going to be interesting this week. The picks are going to be interesting, not just because of the firing of Urban Meyer, but also because of the vid that is run rampant throughout the land. I mean, it is so bad. President Biden was touring tornado damage in Kentucky, and he saw this gal there with a Green Bay Packers hat and shirt. And he goes, hey, tell your quarterback he's got to get a vaccine. And everybody kind of uncomfortably laughed. And then it was like, you know, a lot of people just died in this tornado, right? Just maybe stay on point.
How about we read the room?
Yeah, read the room. or read the fact that there's no longer a room. Tornado took it. Just come on, man. Anyway, so the vid is running through. The NFL says they have no plans to postpone or cancel any games, which means here come the the practice squad guys, right? And the NFL, I can't believe this. The NFLPA came out and said, hey, if you'd listen to us, maybe this thing wouldn't have gotten out of hand. And the NFL says, no, testing hasn't proved to be effective as a preventive strategy. Well, let's do a little math on that. And let me tell you why the NFL is wrong. Let's say you test us every 7 or 14 days. Well, let's say I got the vid and for 7 days, I go unchecked. I am interacting with so many people, all these different people. So then I am spreading it around like crazy. If I'm tested one day, there's only been this one chance in this one day for me to contact some people. So yeah, it is an effective preventative strategy. It helps contain. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's way better than 7 or 14 days. Do some math, guys.
A little over an hour ago, the NFL released their new COVID-19 protocol update. And effective immediately in this update, it says, this is the official press release. It says, all clubs will be implementing preventative measures that have proven effective, masking regardless of vaccination status. So everybody on the team has to mask. Remote or outdoor meetings. So, remote meetings. Continue to strongly to encourage booster shots, eliminating in-person meals, no outside visitors while the team is on travel. So basically what they're doing is they are enacting for the players that were not getting vaccinated, that plan on everybody, which I thought, well, you should do that anyway. The COVID's not over with just because you get the shot. How many examples of people, getting the COVID a second, sometimes even a third time, even when you get vaccinated?
I'd like to see the stats on that. How many of these people who are currently with the COVID were vaccinated, were not vaccinated? Because like I said yesterday, this seems mathematically like it's way above the national numbers. You know what I'm saying? It's a completely different set of information than what you have out in the public. So okay. But they've done all these, updates on like you said, masks, regardless of vaccination status, remote or outdoor meetings, no in-person meals, no outside visitors on team travel. They're strongly encouraging boosters. And they've also adjusted the return requirements for returning after COVID. So it's a whole new ball game. But the one thing, what about the daily testing? I didn't see anything about are they going to start daily testing or not?
And I don't know why they want to go on with this and not institute daily testing.
Boy, they're stubborn whenever it comes to something that the NFLPA says, told you so. Maybe they're just trying to save face. I don't know. Well, whatever.
I think they are trying to save face. And I also think that if they are able to weasel their way into somehow less testing, then that will be less test results showing up, and then they can just sort of pretend everything's fine.
Yeah, well, the house is on fire, and they're just handing out glasses of water right now. Dodger Danny says, well, hello. This is the artist formerly known as Hall of Fame texter, Dodger Danny. Great to hear your voice. Longtime listener, has been caller, LOL. I got the Chiefs winning tonight. You might be right. I don't know. We're going to do our picks here in a minute, Danny. Ukla says, yeah, old Urban Meyer wouldn't throw the match on Elite Wrestling, so he got fired. Baker's Cocky Hens says, Herbert does well against the rush, so he should play okay tonight. Mahomes will struggle with anything deep versus this defense. Expect Kelsey, though, to have a very good game. There you go. Some analysis from Baker's Cocky Hens. Boomer Sooner says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Another beautiful day in the Valley. I'm glad they fired Urban Meyer. I think the guy is a pompous ass. He thinks more of himself than, well, then he probably should. Anyway, Boomer Sooner, can I get a beer, Randy, please?
Absolutely.
Kyle G says Lambeau getting an NFL head coach fired is the second most impressive thing a kicker has done this year behind Tucker's record. I know. I was thinking that too, Kyle G. I was like, the power that Lambeau has wielded.
It's just Josh Lambeau knew that he had an ability that no other kicker has, the ability to remove a coach.
Yeah.
And he used it.
Yeah. And there's no icing that. Twitty, says, did Urban Meyer have the shortest tenure of an NFL coach? No. There's a dude that got fired in the preseason back in like 78 or something like that. And, so no, it's not the shortest, but pretty damn short. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know if this is going to affect your guys' picks or not, but Sean Payton was out sick Wednesday, but he's tested negative for COVID-19. Turns out he was just vomiting and having some issues after having seen the Kevin James trailer. for that movie where Kevin James plays Sean Payton. He was very upset. He should be fine, though, to coach on Sunday or whenever the hell they play. Deandre Hopkins, the decision was made. You guys probably all know this. He is having knee surgery, and he'll be out 6 weeks, which pretty much takes him completely out of everything for the season.
That's too
playoffs
bad.
included.
That's too bad. But listen, the Cardinals have a job to do. This week it's in Detroit against the Lions, and we take it one game at a time, just like I've been preaching all season long. One game at a time.
All right. All right. One game at a time, sweet Schefter.
No.
That's it. Oh, no. How's that go?
No. It's one day at a time, sweet Jesus.
But this is football, so.
Well, yeah.
All right. One day at a time, sweet Minshew. No.
Minshew, by the way, will if he's the quarterback of the Eagles, just go ahead and mark that down as a W. For the Eagles.
If you were the quarterback of the Eagles, I think we should still mark that down as a victory for
just want to let you know, Minshew has made his resurrection.
Well, we'll see. Let's do our NFL fan pick'em picks when we come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Heads up, sports bettors. Right now, you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now.
The Arizona Coyotes are in action tonight as they match up against the New York Rangers. The Rangers are road favorites against the Coyotes. Rangers pay out at -230 on the money line, while the Coyotes, if they come up with the upset victory, they'll pay out at +188. The over-under has been set at 5.5 goals. College basketball tonight, number 8, Arizona puts their 9-0 record on the line as they play host to Northern Colorado. Arizona going in as a 25-point favorite, over-under at 154. For the latest odds all the time, visit vsin.com. I'm Matt Pauley on Arizona's sports betting station, 1580 The Fanatic.
You may be into punk rock, soft rock, or classic rock, R&B, hip hop, or house, country, techno, or techno country. But no matter what kind of music you listen to, here's something else you should hear. Please consider getting vaccinated. Talk to your pharmacist today about Comirnaty, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA. This message brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer.
Providing you with the latest sports news, commentary, and analysis.
There's something about Chris Paul, man. The guy continues to amaze.
Chris Paul's been Chris Paul his entire career.
Chris Paul, though, has never been the runner-up. It's just a pleasure to watch them play basketball on a nightly basis. Hey, their eye of the tiger, their hunger, they still want to eat, and it's fun to watch.
Jacobs and Helly on Arizona's new home for sports, 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Thursday night football at 6 p.m. Chiefs and Chargers. Then on Sunday night football, we got Saints at Buccaneers. Monday night football, it's Vikings and Bears here on 1580 The Fanatic. All right, guys, you ready to do our picks, our Harmon Solar picks? Ralph wanted to be here, but boy, things are so crazy busy over there at Harmon Solar. You know, with that new deal they have, that zero down and all that financing, it's just going crazy. So he misses it. He wants to be here, but he just wasn't able to make that happen. Oh no, I don't have a pen. Hold on, I'll be right back. I get a pen.
So over under. Ralph doesn't want to be here because of the Sea Loons record.
I think that's the real reason. I know that things are going well for Harmon Solar. You know, they've got.
Yeah, listen, what a great company, quality company. If you want solar, if you've been thinking about it, you know, no hassles. You get a hold of them over at the Harmon Solar. But look, Ralph hasn't been on here in a few weeks.
It's been a while,
and I think it was after the Sea Loons lost again to the mighty Arizona Cardinals.
I'm just saying it would be a hard conversation for him to have after all the boasting he was doing to you when the season began.
Yeah, wasn't it 16-1 or something? Didn't he have some outlandish record for the?
Yeah, well, he thought that they were
Sea
going to finish the season with double-digit wins, and that's not going to happen.
Yeah, well, it was 15-2, something like that, 14-3, some ungodly number,
something like that.
It was ridiculous. Was what?
Yeah, they'll be lucky if they make it to 7.
We were just, Keon and I were killing time just speculating. I said you take the over, the under. Ralph's not here because of the Sea Loons' current record.
I wonder if he's like, yeah, I'm really looking forward to going in and hanging out with the boys. Then he realized he looks back at the Seahawks schedule and like, oh no, can't do it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, he said Russell Wilson was going to put up better numbers than Kyler Murray. That's not going to happen.
That hasn't happened. Did he make bets with any of us on any of that stuff?
I don't know.
I don't think he made a bet. I just think he was saying it. There's just a lot of boasting.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. I'll take him in his word though. I think it's just he's super busy with Harmon Solar. I'm going to take him in his word. All right. So are you guys ready to do some picks or what?
Hang on. I'm still loading my picks up.
I got my pen.
Loading my picks up. I mean, you can go ahead and start. Jeff,
I'm ready when you're ready.
I'll
catch up with you.
No, I was taking this opportunity to eat some M&Ms.
Yeah. Where'd you get those M&Ms? Are those ones you brought from home or?
Oh yeah, I haven't even cracked the ones you got me. Randy got me a very cool gift. Got me a bunch of little football shot glasses. Yeah. And they were all filled with M&Ms.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Peanut, wow. Not just M&M, peanut M&M.
Oh, you went classy. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I spared no money. I spared no dollar. It was price was no option for you, Jeffco.
Well, I understand. I could tell. And the other things those are awesome little shot glasses. They're football shaped shot glasses, like the glasses you got me, but these have these little handles, so I can be like, hello, like that.
Yeah, you can be fancy while
hello,
you're
governor.
Hello. Yeah. All right, guys, let's do this. Thursday night football here on the Fanatic. We got the Chiefs visiting the Chargers. Have the Chiefs turned it around, or the Chargers? Well, I guess you could say, have they turned it around? Because he kind of went through a little bit of a slump there too. Keon, what do you got here on Chiefs versus Chargers?
I'm going to go Chargers. I actually do like the turnaround that the Chiefs have had. I mean, the defense for Kansas City has played much better in recent weeks, and Patrick Mahomes is starting to play like a guy that doesn't feel like he has to make every single play to bring that team along, and as a result, he's playing a whole lot better. But I've seen Justin Herbert the last couple of weeks simply make jaw-dropping throws, and I still don't know that the Chiefs secondary is for real and if that's back. I believe more in the Chiefs offense now, but that secondary for the Chiefs, they're going to get a real test from Justin Herbert and Darius Guyton, who's been tearing up secondaries lately.
So, Randy, has it been a matter that Herbert has been facing defenses that aren't as good as before, and maybe he wasn't in a slump? Maybe he just, when he's faced with a better defense, he doesn't do that well, or is he going to go crazy on the Chiefs?
Well, I don't know. This is a home game. It's at the very expensive $5 billion SoFi stadium there that they share with the Sheepherd, and so they're going to be the home team tonight. But I got to tell you, in the AFC West, there's sort of a bungle happening here of teams that are 9-4, 8-5, 6 and 7. There's teams that they're just right there, and I think whoever wins this game is going to end up winning the division. And I've got to tell you, this is going to be a close game. Give me the Chiefs, and give me 3 points on the win. Give me the Chiefs and 3 in tonight's game.
Well, I got to say that right there is probably exactly right. Because you can't discount Andy Reid and the Chiefs and Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes. Yes, they seem to bounce back, but have they done it against opponents where you can really safely say Kansas City Chiefs has bounced back? And then there's the Chargers. Like I said earlier, Herbert has all this promise, looking really good. Then he goes through the slump, not looking that great. Now all of a sudden he seems to be back. My question though is, again, who did he look great against? Who did Justin Herbert look great against? Was it enough for you to say he's out of the slump, or is it, so right now I'm saying, unless somebody gives me some better information on this, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Chargers as well. and have faith that this streak for Herbert continues.
So you're taking the Chargers.
We're all taking
Keon's
the Chargers.
taking the Chargers. No, I'm taking the Chiefs.
No, you're
plus
taking
3.
the Chargers. No, you're taking the Chargers.
I'm taking the Chiefs plus 3.
No, I'm pretty sure you're taking the Chargers.
Taking the Chiefs plus.
Nobody ever listens to me. All right, so for Saturday football, now again, I want to remind you guys that Saturday football is on Money Radio 1510, and at 2 p.m. we have Raiders versus the Browns. Raiders versus the Browns. Randy,
I got to tell you, I don't know. With the Cleveland 17, 18, how many people now on the COVID list, including the head coach, some of the support staff? Baker, Dan Mayfield, the touchdown maker, he's on the COVID. And most of their damn defensive line, I don't know if Cleveland can make it. However, Las Vegas lost 2 of their stellar stars, their young stars. Head coach thrown out halfway through the damn season. Now they got a special teams coach running this team. I don't know who to pick here, guys. And if I had to eeny, meeny, miny, mo, I'm going to go with Las Vegas because I think Las Vegas has better odds against a team that's been decimated by COVID-19.
Yeah, I'm taking Vegas because less COVID than Cleveland. That's the only real reason.
Yeah.
Plus, if Baker is out and Carr is in, one of these teams have an actual quarterback. Keon?
Same thing. I'm going to go Raiders. The Browns, as we know, racked with COVID. Left tackle Jedrick Wills, Jarvis Landry, Austin Hooper, Baker Mayfield. The list, quite frankly, continues to go on and on and on eternally. I just don't know that the Browns could bring enough firepower. And this is a Raiders team that can put up points. They haven't won a bunch of games lately, but they can score. And I just think that that's a bad matchup for the Browns being as unhealthy as they are right now.
All right, so we're all on the Raiders. Let's take a look at my game. My Indianapolis Colts at home against the New England cheating Patriots. That's right. Big fat cheater. Bill Belichick is there with his brand new cheater, Mac Jones. By the way, was there any more word on his thumb? He got a boo-boo on his thumb.
I haven't heard. I've not heard.
So Bill, the cheater, and the Patriot cheaters against my my Colts.
You're pure as the driven snow, Indianapolis blue horseshoes.
Yes.
Well, the update on Mac Jones' thumb, by the way, is that it's on his non-throwing hand, and he thinks he's playing.
All right. So, Carson Wentz hasn't really boffed it lately. My defense has done pretty well. I don't think anybody of note is on our COVID list. It's a home game, so I'm taking the Patriots. Taking the Patriots because as well as things are for the Colts, I just feel like the Patriots each week get better. And you can't outcoach Belichick. And Mac Jones is coming into his own. And it's not about quarterback versus quarterback here. So I'm just going to say that the Patriots, more fully formed, will go ahead and take the W from Indianapolis. Keon?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Colts here. I think that they found their identity, what they are, what they want to do. They want to play smash mouth football, beat you up with that giant offensive line, let Jonathan Taylor wreak havoc in the second level. And he's done it every week. And I don't know, I haven't seen a team figure out exactly how to slow it down or stop it. And then once that gets set up, then it's pretty easy for Carson Wentz. You're not asking him to try and look at the defense and figure out where to put the ball. He's not having to try and throw into double coverage. So even Carson becomes better because the Colts know what they're doing and they're solid defensively. And I think that the Patriots, their ceiling is kind of low. Like the Patriots are not scoring tons of points generally to beat people. Most of their wins have come because that defense is suffocating. But Jonathan Taylor's a problem. Let me go Colts.
So Bill Belichick's got this theory that as long as we don't make mistakes, you will, and that's how we are going to beat you. Frank Reich, God bless him, he'll make a mistake here or there. Carson Wentz, you know the answer. Bill Belichick coaching against Frank Reich. Who do you have on this one, Randy? How do you go against the treacherous experience of Billy Belichick?
You know, and that's the thing. This is probably one of the hardest games to select. To pick during this week. You've got the treachery of New England, all the experience, kind of like a a cruiser full of pirates that are rolling into your damn, your shoreline there, and they're going to take all of your gold and all of your women and all of your food.
Well, Indianapolis is kind of landlocked, so.
And then you got Indianapolis.
Okay.
It's got this hot shot, runner in the backfield that thinks he can overcome anything. And yet the Pirates are like, the old Buccaneer himself is over there.
Well, that's the Tampa Bay. That's Bruce
We're
Arians.
going to put everybody on Jonathan Taylor. They can beat us other ways, but we're going to stop Jonathan Taylor. That's what he's going to do.
Yeah. No, that makes sense because
I got to go with New England. I'm sorry. I want to take the blue horseshoe. I believe in the blue horseshoe. I think this is maybe a game Carson Wentz can come out. I hope they prove me wrong, but give me New England. Dear God, give me New England.
That's all right, man. I forgive you. And I also with New England. So, I love to be wrong on this one. This one,
everybody we're putting on Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah. Yeah, and that makes sense because Carson Wentz will blow it. If you open it up for him to pass and all you're doing is, I don't even want to talk about this anymore.
I don't do a good Belichick like you, but that's what he's saying this week. Every time you have a meeting, everybody tackle Jonathan Taylor.
I want you to be on top of him. And I just leave it there. Keon, your Washington football team is visiting the Philadelphia Eagles this week.
Do we have to talk about it?
Yeah, we do, because it's a 6-7 bowl. Both teams have the exact same record. One team is going to become 500. The other team is going to become more irrelevant. So, Randy, you got the Eagles with Gardner Minshew against, a shaky frame of what's left of a shaky frame known as the Washington football team, because all that COVID just ran through town.
Well, I got to tell you, I got to stop this music here, and I've got to change it to some other music, because there is one guy in the NFL who can overcome all the odds, and that name is Gardner Minshew. And if he's starting for the Green Eagles, he's going to take this team to epic heights they've never experienced. You think the Super Bowl was high for the Eagles? No, no. Gardner Minshew will take them to heights where they can even touch the damn stars. Give me the Eagles. If Gardner Minshew starts, the Eagles will win big.
I think
sorry, Keon.
I think you're just saying that, really.
I'll go back
Minshew
to the
playing?
NFL music now.
I don't even know if Minshew's playing.
Who's the other quarterback for that horrible team?
I mean, Jalen Hurts was
he's
the
hurt.
original
He's
starter.
hurt, and I think Minshew is going to be the starter. That's the last I saw. Yeah, he's hurt.
Well, COVID is the reason for the season. Keon, and I'm sorry. I originally was looking at this going, I'm going to go ahead and give this to Washington. COVID. Yeah, I think I'm going to give this to Philadelphia, because there is where the difference lies. And as much as I can't jump on the Minshew train as much as Randy, he ain't that damn bad. Bad.
He's pretty solid.
So I'm going to go with the Eagles as well. Keon, who do you got?
Randy, could you play that "Gone Too Soon" music?
Gone Too Soon?
Yeah,
I think he's going to read off a list of the dead.
Here we go.
This could take a while.
Here we go. Go ahead.
I'm not even going to read everybody. I'm just going to look at the defense right now.
Okay.
And not even everyone on the defense, just the major people on this defense that are not going to be playing on Sunday. James Smith-Williams, Jonathan Allen, Casey Toole, David Mayo, Kendall Fuller, Matt Ioannidis, and Tim Settle. Like, these are guys that are in this defensive rotation all the time. And they were just starting to gel. They were just starting to play a whole lot better. And I would have picked the Washington football team to beat the Eagles if they were healthy. I can't pick them.
No.
I can't pick them. I'm looking at just this list. It's if I had a list this long to go to the grocery store, I wouldn't finish the list. That's too many things.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to pick Philadelphia.
You're gonna have to pick Philadelphia.
It hurt to say out loud. I hate them so much, but
I wonder if there's some weeks we should just let people abstain. Just like,
oh boy,
because it's not fair to do that to them.
And the NFL won't cancel the game or move it.
Nope. No.
So we're just
gonna
reschedule.
Yeah.
We're just gonna get whacked by Gardner Minshew and the Philadelphia Eagles
Hey, Ray, we should probably move on. We should probably
Just go. It's probably dark.
Let's go to the UGG Bowl. The UGG Bowl, or you could call it also the 2-11 Bowl, or the We Don't Have Coaches Either Bowl, or dear God, you win. We want a better draft pick bowl. It's Houston Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville. Home field advantage.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't know. This is the hardest one for me. I don't know what to do with this.
Right.
Jacksonville with Urban Meyer, horrific. Without him, will they be better? Will they be worse? I don't know. And then take a look at Houston Texans, horrific, doesn't matter. So which one is more or less horrific? And I went over on my paper. I haven't changed it in the system yet. I had chose Jacksonville originally, thinking, all right, well, maybe they'll figure this out against the Texans. Texans are horrible anyway, so whatever. And then I thought about it some more, and I'm just like, oh, I can't do that, because what if they play yay, Urban Meyer's gone. Let's kick some ass now. Let's come back together as a team. You know, I don't know. They're both such horrible teams. Right now, I'm going with Jacksonville. That might change, but be honest, I don't know why it would. I have no idea
what would come out about this.
0% idea. Keon, you?
Yeah, a little bit of a blind guessing here, but I'm leaning towards Jacksonville too. I like them slightly better, if for no other reason than all of the little petty grievances that Urban Meyer had with players on his own team. They will at least play the best players available because Urban Meyer's not there. That will at least be the thing that happens.
One guy is going to be back out there who fumbled the ball last time he was out there. That's why he wasn't out there. And
I mean, fumbles happen.
The savior of
I don't know if it's the savior, but they're a team that can only run. Like, that's their actual only strength that they have on offense. And then you bench the one guy who's the best at it. I don't know. Like, he was doing well. I have him in fantasy. I know he was doing well before he fumbled.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with them because I don't trust Davis Mills and the Houston Texans.
I wonder if the team cheered when they were informed that Urban Meyer had been fired. I bet we'll hear a story about that.
That might have
Probably
been
had
the
a big
biggest win of
team
the
party.
season.
Yeah. Jumping up and down, spraying champagne.
It was a going away party. It's just that Urban wasn't there.
Yeah, let's go out to the bar and get groped by some girls. Let's do this. All right. So who'd you pick?
I picked Jacksonville.
You got Jacksonville?
So you got Jacksonville.
I guess I have Jacksonville.
I couldn't pick in this because both these teams are just so damn miserable. I went into a dark room. I had no lights on. I shut the door. I took my paper into a dark room and I pointed at the paper. Well, when I came out, I found out that the Colts will defeat Houston. I picked the Colts to beat Houston
the wrong
in this
paper because
the
Colts aren't playing Houston.
Well, but that's who I landed on. That's where the mark was. The Colts will beat Houston.
Yeah, you can't pick a team that's not playing another team to win.
I can't. I can't. There's no way I can do that.
It will not let you do that. No.
Well, damn it. Then I guess just because of the relief of Urban Meyer leaving and the kicker no longer having his hamstring kicked by the head ball coach, give me Jacksonville in 3 points.
And
this is going to be ugly.
Because Lambeau's not there anymore.
It's going to be like 4-2. Jacksonville.
Maybe 2 safeties to 1 safety.
Right.
I don't know how else you can get that score.
4-2.
I mean, the only thing I can say about the Jaguars is that they managed to be 2-11 with the most dysfunctional coach. The Texans don't have that problem. They're just 2-11
because they
suck. Because they suck.
Well, I guess we shall see. What do we want to do next? How about, since Ralph's not here, let's talk about the Rainy City Bitch Pigeons, the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Randy, I'm going to let you go first.
Well, I had a hard time picking this one because I feel like Seattle and the Rams, this is a divisional game. I don't think Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson, they have pride. They don't want to look stupid. They don't want to end up in last place in the Western Conference, although it would be a great joy for me for the next 11 months to say, Seattle sucks. But anyway, I have to go with Los Angeles coming off a big win. However, COVID again.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to take the Rams. It's going to be. I think it's going to be a very close game, and it wouldn't surprise me if I'm wrong on this one and Seattle wins.
Well,
I'll take the Rams though.
I'm taking the Rams, but I keep an eye on this because Seattle didn't need COVID to take out their defense. So
right.
As long as Stafford's playing, I just got to go with the Rams. Keon?
They did a good enough job of taking out their own defense. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, same thing. Matthew Stafford's playing. You got Tyler Higbee, Van Jefferson, Cooper Kupp. There's enough there offensively that the Rams are going to be able to roll. And I would say the same thing for their defense. You know, they're missing, Jordan Fuller, Jalen Ramsey, but there's enough there defensively even that they ought to beat a very bad Seattle Seahawks team.
All right, we got to take a break. We come back, we'll wrap up our picks. We'll get to the text line and hear what you guys have to say. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
You ever hear something on the radio and figure I got to give it a shot? Well, I did. This is Stephen McCollum, host of The Main Event here on The Fanatic. I heard all the ads for Valley Medical Weight Loss and thought, what have I got to lose? I'm a client with Valley Medical Weight Loss, so I know firsthand that it really works. Valley Medical is a true pioneer in the weight loss industry, supervised by board-certified physicians, helping you gain the edge in your weight loss battle, boosting your energy, and getting you real results. 3 Valley locations, so there's one near you. Visit valleymedicalweightloss.com for info, and when you go, mention The Fanatic or Money Radio and get your first week free.
Business people like it straight and to the point. So here it is. Bruce Jacobs here to tell you take control of your utility expenses by calling Harmon Solar right now. They can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with 0 down and no payments for 12 months. Level your energy costs. Protect yourself from inflation. How's that for straight and to the point? Here's more. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
You may be into punk rock, soft rock, or classic rock, R&B, hip hop, or house, country, techno, or techno country. But no matter what kind of music you listen to, here's something else you should hear. Please consider getting vaccinated. Talk to your pharmacist today about Comirnaty, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA. This message brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer.
Without education, poverty follows a family one generation after the next. But College Bound AZ provides educational pathway to students starting in the 7th grade and turns dreams into degrees. Your support provides laptops and other things to ignite that journey. To help, Chicago Fest West happens Saturday, March 19th at Mesa Convention Center, and the proceeds benefit College Bound AZ. It's a celebration of Chicago during Cub Spring training through music, food, a classic car show, and more. Get your tickets at ChicagoFestWest.com today.
Rosalie, the fantasy girl here. Obviously, I love sports betting, but what I don't love is giving up part of my winnings to casinos and bookies. But the other day, I heard about a free site called Vig Zero, and it's a total game changer. Vig Zero lets me bet with my actual friends and keep all my winnings, not to mention bragging rights. If you love sports betting, you'll love Vig Zero. Go to VigZero.com to sign up, and if you want, join my group with the code Fantasy Girl. I'm placing bets on Vig Zero all the time, so go accept a few. Just don't be mad when I take your money.
You're home for the AZ Preps 365 Friday night game of the week.
1580, The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. The latest Bears placed on the reserve COVID list. Allen Robinson, wide receiver. Jesse James has been tight end. Safety Eddie Jackson. Ryan Nall. Isaiah Coulter. Joel. Oh, screw him. I haven't even tried to say that name. The hell. Lagbunia. Is that a real name? Is that a real name? Like Benuni? Benui? The hell is that?
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Somebody say that out loud for me correctly. You maybe put it through the Google thing where you would say, hey, Google, pronounce this for me. And it'd probably be Richardson. Wait, what the hell? That's not what it says here. Is what it says there. Have you ever heard of this guy?
I haven't, no.
And it's not even capitalized. So is that an I or an L? It sounds like this man's last name is how you talk to babies. A linebacker, Joel. I would love to force play-by-play guys to have to say that name the way I say it. It's pronounced. And every time they make a play on the field, they have to sound that way.
All right. The pronunciation, spelled out is E.A. Buniwe.
E.A. Buniwe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually kind of a cool name. E.A. Buniwe. So now I'm guessing Nigerian or something African or something?
Yeah, he is I believe of Nigerian.
There you go. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, that's going to cause fits. That's the one guy that Al Michaels is sitting there going, please don't make a play. Please don't make a play. Please don't make a play. Because then you got to go to him on the sheet and say his name correctly. Again, how you say it? You already forgot.
Yeah, I got to pull it back up again.
All right. Well, it's not just me then. All right. Anyway, so that's the latest on the COVID with the Bears.
E.A. Buniwe.
EA Sports. So just remember EA Sports. EA Buniwe. EA Buniwe. EA Buniwe. Antetokounmpo. EA Buniwe. EA Buniwe. Okay, I got it. We will never hear about this guy again, ever.
Probably not.
You ready to do some more picks? Let's do some more picks. EA Buniwe. All right, let's take a look at Sunday night football. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on there again. Why? They sure get a lot of prime time, don't they? Wow.
How about that?
What a weird, completely random coincidence. But they are hosting the New Orleans Saints. A couple of years ago, this would have been a hell of a game. At this moment, it is not going to be a hell of a game. This is going to be a curb stomp. Want to guess, Randy, which team is the curb and which team is the stomp?
New Orleans is the curb, and the one doing the stomping will be the number 12 quarterback and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the defending Super Bowl champions. They're at home, and they're going to take care of business. Tom Brady is not going to allow these guys from New Orleans to come in and ruin his party, and he has quite the party going on right now in a fight for the number 1 seed in the NFC. Give me Tampa Bay, big.
Is Randy right about who the curb is and who the stomp is?
Of course, Randy's right. Are we still rolling with the Taysom Hill experiment in New Orleans with the Saints? Even when they were completely healthy, and Jameis Winston was back there, they had one of the worst wide receiver groups in the league. I mean, yeah, they're going to get whipped by the Bucs.
Yeah, absolutely correct. This is just a practice game. It's a practice game for the Buccaneers. It's a good practice game for that defense. Yeah, they'll be able to try a whole lot of new things and not have to worry too much about the consequences. I think absolutely this is going to be a fun and good game for the Bucs. This is going to be absolute misery for the New Orleans Saints. I think we all got the Bucs by big on that one. Monday Night Football. It's the Chicago Bears hosting the Minnesota Vikings. Jack, the salesman here, who loves him some Minnesota Vikings. If you look at him, he's a guy you look at and go, that dude's a Vikings fan. He just looks like most everybody from Minnesota. But he was saying this is the closest he's ever been to just going ahead and throwing away all his Vikings gear.
Wow.
This is a guy who loves the Vikings, has the helmets, has the bobbleheads, has the this, has the everything Vikings. And he was just like, that last game, I about lost my mind. And now he has something to look forward to because Minnesota Vikings are traveling to BU Town. That's right. Going to see the Chicago Bears, the once great juggernaut of the team, reduced to a mere nothingness by Matt Nagy. And wow. I don't think Minnesota's not good, but I don't think this is even going to be close, Randy.
So you think Minnesota is going to throw down the butt smack on Chicago?
They're due for that kind of game. And this is the kind of game I see Kirk Cousins walking back to the locker room screaming, do you like that? My God, please, somebody like something. It's been bad for so long. Do you like that? Please, somebody like it.
Well, I mean, I got to tell you, the quarterback of the future for Chicago looks pretty damn good. And even though he's got broken ribs, he's a That should be a man card accreditation. Out there playing football, not showing that he's got, a rib ailment and just playing last weekend. Boy, I don't know. I guess I have to take Minnesota just because it's going against Chicago and BU doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Give me Minnesota. I don't know if it's going to be big, but it is going to be fun.
Keon?
I'm going with the Bears.
And, Bears.
And the reason why I'm going with the Bears is I just have this feeling that Minnesota's going to choke something again. I have a feeling they're going to go up big on the Bears and then just fall apart.
Well,
and the Bears have been showing some pride lately. I mean, they haven't won those games, but they played the Packers. They got up to that big lead. They're just not good enough to win that game against the Packers, against the Vikings, who regularly let games get away from them. And this season, they've been doing it at a rate that I don't think we've seen them do for a very long time. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Bears. It's a risk. It's a gamble, but I have a feeling about it.
Roll them dice, Keon. Roll them dice. But at this moment, I see no reason not to believe the Vikings can take care of that business against the Bears. All right, well, I think that leaves us with just the one more game to take a quick look at before we go to the top of the hour break here. All right, Keon, I'm going to let you go first. It's the Arizona Cardinals traveling to the toughest field in the land. It's because it's just a big piece of crap. It's not like
it's physically tough.
It's just
very hard. There's no
might
give
get murdered
there.
on the way in there.
Yeah,
You know what you're saying? Yeah.
Detroit has won an entire game and lost 11 and tied 1. And Arizona has won 10 and has lost 3. So go ahead and take us through how you think the Lions will defeat the Arizona Cardinals.
So the Lions, their quarterback stinks. Their offensive line stinks. The running game is okay. Wide receivers are also generally bad. Defensive line stinks. Linebackers suck, and secondary is even worse. A miracle.
I'm sold.
How they would beat the Arizona Cardinals, and maybe a Christmas miracle at that. And I don't even think that that's possible for them because they are, in fact, the Detroit Lions. And if any team is overdue for a miracle, it's them. I'm assuming it's no longer coming. I'm going to go with the Cardinals.
I think Cardinals should start Colt McCoy. I think that they just cruise their way to a victory. Hell, if you really just want to have fun, start Matt Prater. Just let him be the quarterback. Just do what you got to do. I mean, if you just do nothing but kick field goals, you'll still win the game against the Lions. Easy win for the Arizona Cardinals. My wife is now angry that I've just said it out loud. And now we're going to go to the man, the myth, the legend, to hear his take, Randy White, on the Cardinals versus the Lions.
It was a sad week last week. Primetime television. The sheep herd came to our stadium and pooped all over the place. They left us with a pile of poop. And quite frankly, we earned it. We stunk. Now we've got to carry on without Deandre Hopkins. Well, my friends, that stinks. Even more stink than what the sheep herd left in our stadium. But there's hope on the horizon. Kyler Murray and his prolific offense travel to Detroit.
Not all of them.
And I'm sorry to say this because I've been rooting for Motown all season long, but hell's bells, do you expect me to pick Motown over the Cardinals? No, it's not going to happen. Cardinals will win 42-1. And return back to Phoenix, the great victors from Motown, in what will forever be known as running the valves dry in Motor City.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How do you score 1 point?
It's never before been done.
I know, but how do you do it?
In this game, they will give them 1 point. Detroit, 1 point just because they feel bad for them. 1 damn point.
I don't think
and it'll be another one of your, what do you call that? Shelly gaggles or whatever you call it, where it's never happened before.
Scorigami.
What I say? Scorigami. Yeah, that's it. 1 time only.
I'm going to go look this up. It's Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Shop 40 to 70% off almost everything at Gap Factory and GapFactory.com this week only. Plus, new deals in outerwear and sweats. Save through December 15th at Gap Factory and gapfactory.com.
You may be into punk rock, soft rock, or classic rock, R&B, hip hop, or house, country, techno, or techno country. But no matter what kind of music you listen to, here's something else you should hear. Please consider getting vaccinated. Talk to your pharmacist today about Comirnaty, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA. This message brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
When it comes to automotive repairs, where do you start? Been looking for a new home? Should you rent or buy? If you're looking for the latest trends in the automotive industry or real estate, look no further than the Drive Friendly Radio Show. Hosted by Steve, with over 40 years in the automotive industry, and Felicia, who's well established in the real estate market, you can get great advice and insight you can trust. You'll be smarter for listening, and maybe you'll have a little fun, too. The Drive Friendly Radio Show, Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
You don't sit behind a desk every day to earn a living. You're out and about making it happen. And sometimes you get a little bit behind on your paperwork, like bookkeeping and paying your taxes. It's easy to get behind on paying your taxes. It happens to the best of us. And you know what happens next. The big bad IRS comes knocking on your door. And when that happens, you need to call the good old boys at the Tax Doctor. Let them do what they do best, deal and negotiate with the IRS so you pay the lowest you can in back taxes that the law allows. We are a 100% U.S.-based company, and we've saved our clients millions over the years in back taxes. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call my friends right now at the Tax Doctor and learn more.
800-628-6070. 800-628-6070. 800-628-6070. That's 800-628-6070.
When kids need medical care, they face life-changing experiences. They miss out on the things that make being a kid fun. Starlight Children's Foundation programs entertain and inspire hospitalized kids. Learn more at starlight.org.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM. And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down. Because it's time.
For what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. All right, we've looked it up. I know everybody's looked it up, and it seems pretty well impossible to get 1 point. Something about a safety for the point after attempt or something, which I didn't have time to really read. Didn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. But Randy's prediction of, what was it, 42-1?
42-1.
Yeah, for the Cardinals over the Lions. Ookla says you can run back a punt after and score 1 point. Not probable, but possible. Wait, I understand. If you run back a punt, you get 7. Was he talking about after safety? No, that would be 7 too. Randy, we're still trying to figure out how you get the 1 point. And there are a couple of weird ways, but they're not probable ways.
Article 27, subsection 9, subarticle 3, sentence A says that if a team comes in to the stadium and they suck really, really bad, that visiting team who comes into the stadium where the team sucks really, really bad can award them a pity point.
I don't think that's in the rules
pity point.
at all.
It's in the damn NFL rules.
I'm
Look
pretty
it up.
sure that's not in there. Random Texture says, no, duh. Here's how you score 1 point in the NFL. Okay. You miss the touchdown, but you hit the extra point. Duh. Well, that makes a lot of sense, actually. It does. But then it doesn't.
Telling you, it's in the damn rule book. Pity point.
You want to help us out here, Keon?
Yeah, I don't think it's possible.
No,
it
there
is.
is a possibility for it's a point after safety, I think is what they call it. A 1 point after safety. But I'm not completely clear.
42-1 will be the final score, ladies. I don't care how they get there. 42-1.
I want to see you put money on that in Vegas. I dare you. I dare you. You know what you can do? You go on Vig Zero, find Rosalie Michaels and put that bet up, and I bet she'll take it.
42-1.
Yeah. 42
Arizona over Detroit.
Can Detroit cover that spread?
It's a pity point, I'm telling you.
So you would basically have to get a safety.
Yeah.
See?
In an extra point situation.
There you go.
So the ball would have to go all the way back to the other end zone.
Right.
And then you would have to be tackled there in order to score a point. So
there you go. Anything's possible.
Which I hope does not happen to the Cardinals, because I would be furious if the Cardinals either went for two or tried to kick a field goal, lost the ball,
ran all
recovered in the other end,
and got tackled there.
Yeah,
you guys are missing the point here. It's a pity point. If there's a possible way to give Detroit 1 point, that's what they'll do. They don't want to shut them out.
Yeah, they do.
Arizona does not want to discourage Detroit. So listen, what they're going to do is they're going to fake a field goal, and like dads playing kids on the soccer team. You know, when your kids are playing soccer and you have the parents versus the players soccer team. I played on a million of these. Hey, what you do is you don't actually score any points. You let the other kids score. So, we missed that. Oh, the ball is rolling. Better pick it up. Oh, we'll get it. And then we'll run backward. Running back. Alan Page did it in the 70s, by the way. He went the wrong way and scored a touchdown on his own team. Hey, we're running all the way back. You better tackle us in our own end zone. See, it's a pity point.
Don't you think that would be more embarrassing for them, though? If you did that, if you gave them the pity point, isn't that more embarrassing?
I don't think so at all. No.
Yeah, it's more humiliating. It's like, here's a tip. You know?
And the tip is 10 cents.
Now go bring my car around. So, I'm sorry, Randy. That's it's simply not going to happen.
42-1. 42-1.
0% chance of that. 888-368-1580. Let's get caught up on the text line real fast. We're going to have Rosalie Michaels with us here in a little bit.
May have misread my notes here.
What's that?
May have misread my notes.
Your notes for what?
It might have said something different than 42-1. May have misread.
Do you want to change it now? What did it say before?
42-3.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like that could happen.
Yeah,
that could happen. Do you want to change now? You have to do it.
Really can't. I can't, Jeffrey. I've already said it.
All right. I'll give you the opportunity. That's fine. Beer Bob says, Jeffrey, of course players don't want daily testing for the COVID. They don't want to put stuff up their nose. Not the 80s anymore. Mike Irvin's not playing anymore.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Just Tip says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Hey, I can't go through these picks and stuff without a puppers, please and thank you. There you go, Randy. Get him a puppers. Senior Wake and Bake says, sup, fellas. This week, each one of your teams get beat like ground beef, and my Niners will defeat.
Oh, my God.
Well,
he's hitting early.
My team has 12 people on the. I don't know how big the list is now. Of course, they're going to get beaten by ground.
His entire starting defense is under the COVID protocols now.
Yeah, and the Colts is going to be a good game with the Patriots, but you got to feel like Bill Belichick is going to finesse this thing and win. So I can give you, but Senior Wake and Bake, number one, and only thing, the Arizona Cardinals, 0% chance they're going to get beat by the Detroit Lions. I don't even think my wife would be mad at me for saying that, because that is such a preposterous thought process. There's 0% chance of that happening. No, Randy, don't start with me. It's not a jinx. That's not a jinx.
That's real thunder. I didn't do it.
I'm going to ask my wife. I'm going to text her later and say, am I in trouble if I say it's a lock for this game?
There has to be some line where you can say it's a lock and it's okay. And surely the team that has managed to win.
It's never okay, gentlemen.
Exactly
to say it's a
one
lock.
Football game.
It is
15 weeks into a full NFL season.
Never okay to say it's a lock. Ever.
I mean, Philadelphia Eagles beating the Washington football team. That's a lock. I'm sorry. It's a lock. There's no.
And now you have just brought upon the wrath upon yourself, Keon.
For the record, Keon said it is a lock. I only asked if I could say it. I have not actually said it.
I haven't said that the Cardinals game is a lock.
Yeah, you did. You just did.
I used the Eagles as an example.
Why would you guys
for
make
that
me
exact
suffer
purpose.
so much about my Cardinals? Why? Why would you do this?
Well, we suffer.
Last week it was Jeffrey. It's a lock. It's a lock. This week it's Keon. I'm not going to say it's lock, but it's a lock. That Detroit will not beat.
I used a different team entirely.
A damn game.
Jeez, Keon. I don't know why you're winding them up like this. I just don't know why you do that.
I specifically chose a different team so as not to wind them up. I don't know what to do now.
I bought you damn gifts and everything. Did you even open them?
I haven't left this room yet, so no, I have not opened the gift yet. But I'm
you want me to go take it off his desk?
Please don't.
Just go take it.
I'll take care of that.
Give the gift to James.
Let's see. Hammer says you have to run back an extra point, and it can't be a 2-point attempt. Hammer.
Yeah, thanks, Hammer. See, there is a possibility. You guys thought I was ludicrous.
Now, if you run back a blocked extra point, is that not 2 points?
You guys, you can't block a 2-point extra point. There is no 2-point extra point.
Yeah. What?
If it's a 1 point extra point and you block it and you run it back, it's 1 point.
Right.
40. I'm back to 42-1. I'm believing.
Okay. Because in college, that's you get 2 if you block it and run it back. You don't get 1.
This ain't college,
This is NFL. This is
I didn't realize that the rules were that radically different.
All right. You hear that?
Baker's cocky hands. I can't really read that one. Mr. Wilbur says, I actually like it when you guys do your NFL picks because it means you don't have to read any of my stupid nonsensical text messages that I send in, and I don't have to listen to my stupid nonsensical text messages. Hey guys, thank you for sparing me that, guys. Berg says, good luck to all in the Premier League and the fantasy football playoffs, and for those in the lower leagues trying to get there. And there you go. I'm not going to read the other part where you said that about what your team, especially since my team's playing your team, so there. Blissful Hayes says, it sounds like Jeffrey has a stroke sometimes when he's trying to pronounce names. Dude, you if you could read that name, you'd have a stroke too.
Yep.
Harry Soap says, question for you guys. In the New England Patriot losses this year, who were the running backs for the winning team? Jonathan Taylor, I think, is by far the best running back the Patriots have faced. Colts win this week.
So if the Colts have a 1.5 dimensional offense, which they have right now, because Carson Wentz cannot successfully guide these, and I want him to win, but he cannot successfully do a passing program against another team. If I'm an opposing manager, or coach, what am I going to do? I'm going to stop Jonathan Taylor. I will put 11 guys on Jonathan Taylor and make Carson Wentz throw accurate passes to the other guys.
Well, as long as the O-line holds up, he's okay at it. Let's see. King Kitten says 2 NFL games Saturday. It's on the TV on the NFL Network, also available on the phone apps, and of course, Money Radio 1510 and 105.3 FM. So there you go. Thank you, King Kittens. Fish Tank says, is Senior Wake and Bake secretly Floyd Mayweather? That is a real cocky dude right there. Let's see. Boomer Sooner says, you guys have to remember they are professionals for a reason. On any given Sunday, anyone can beat anybody. We're talking about the Detroit Lions, right? It's the Detroit Lions, right?
Let me tell you something. They better not beat the Cardinals this weekend.
Well, I won't be here Monday if they don't. So
you'll be running from me. That's why you'll be on the lam.
Yeah, I'll go find a place. I have a place. I got a go bag and I got a place. That's all I'm going to say.
You'll be on the lam from me.
Yeah. Last Toby says Lions losing. It's a lock. Hammer says, "Oh, sorry, I got that wrong. It's a safety on an extra point attempt. That gets you a point." Yeah, that one we got. So that's why I don't know why they even bother having that as a thing because it's never going to happen.
It's going to happen this weekend.
Fed fan says my head hurts from all this 1-point conversion conversation. Ukla Mock says calling. Okay, nice try. Prison Wallet says the Cardinals did more to lose against the Rams than the Rams did to win against the Cardinals. By the way, I'm taking Kansas City -3 is what he says.
Well, I mean, explain that for a minute. How is the Cardinals were just flat? They didn't play well at all.
That's what he's saying. They did more to lose. He's actually saying the same thing you're saying. He's saying the Rams didn't beat the Cardinals as much as the Cardinals beat the Cardinals.
I don't know about that.
Let's see. Boogie says after the Lions beat the Cardinals, I'm walking in the studio on Monday. Okay.
Who said that?
That's Boogie.
It's Boogie?
Yeah.
Really, Boogie?
He thinks his Lions are going to beat the Cardinals, and when they do, he's going to be in this studio.
Boogie, the Cardinals? Now, I've been rooting for the Lions. You think I can root for the Lions to beat my Cardinals? No. No, I cannot. I love you guys, but no.
Everybody's now sending screenshots of the NFL rule book. I can't do anything with that. Kyle G, whatever is happening now, the texts aren't coming through. Something's wrong. All right, that's fine. Okay, so let's see. Rosalie Michaels is going to join us here in a few moments, and we're going to do our best to get everybody's fantasy football questions answered. Yeah, this is weird having teams with bye weeks. Now, in the regular blender leagues, the cream of the crop, number 1, number 2 position, they get a bye week. And I thought, I didn't know that when we set stuff up. It's like, doesn't seem like very fun. I mean, I don't think Berg wants a bye week. I don't think anybody playing wants a bye week, because then you're just kind of like, now what? You know?
I think that the bye week, the timing of it is actually helpful for the COVID stuff, because you have a week to wait that out.
Or to catch COVID the next week.
True. You know, I hadn't thought about that.
So I wonder if now what it is now, the Blender Premier League is set up with 12 teams, and that way we can have 4 in and 4 out every season. The bottom 4 super fan players in the Premier League are out, and this is not regular season stat. This is all the way through the playoffs. So no matter where you are on that list, sometimes even if you're in that consolation bracket, you still got to play the best you can, because you're playing for your survival in the Premier League. And so we go 8 people into the playoffs, and we have 12 teams. But in the other leagues, it's all 10 member teams, 10 member leagues, and that way we have 6 teams that go to the playoffs. But that's why now the first week, there's 2 teams that have bye weeks, and I don't know.
Does this interest you at all? I mean, you and I, we're not.
I'm about to ask a question.
He's blibbering on about all of those who made the playoffs.
No, listen.
Here, they're just kind of like the segment coming up.
I'm sorry, you're both bad at fantasy football, but this is a fair question.
We get to be a part of the interview with Rosalie Michaels, the fantasy football expert, because we get to do a lot.
Well, here's the thing.
You're damn right I'm bitter, Jeffrey O'Brien.
I'm
Play
bitter.
better, Randy White.
I'm bitter too, but I want to win the consolation bracket. Like, I want to finish as good as I can possibly finish. So you go, okay, you know what? I didn't win. I didn't make it to the playoffs, but I finished the season on a strong note, and I'm not last.
Right. That's the worst. That's the worst place to be. So the main point I was getting to is, for the regular daily blender fantasy football leagues, should we make those leagues an 8-team playoff? And that just kind of silly that everybody gets in a smaller league. Or should we make all of the leagues 12-team leagues? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know which way to go with that, because this thing gets bigger and bigger every year, and I'd kind of like to get it where it's supposed to go and keep it there.
Well, shouldn't all the leagues be 12 teams?
Well, I really wanted all the leagues to be 10-team, but for the Premier League, it needed to be a little bit bigger so that we could bring in as many listeners that win their leagues over to hang out with us.
So who you got in there? You got you, me, Keon, Ralph.
Yeah.
Who else is in the Premier League?
Rosalie.
Well, maybe she needs to travel between leagues.
Well, why would she do that?
Well, she's Rosalie.
She's been in this league longer than you have.
Through 2, well, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying,
she always says you're her favorite. I'm going to tell her that you're ready to send her
right now.
No, I don't think she's not hooked up yet. She's not.
She can hear right now.
No, she can't.
She's a girl. She can hear right now. She knows what we're saying. She
that
can
means
travel.
that she's going to give you a dirty look 3 weeks from now and say, you know what?
She could travel through all the leagues and everybody could take a shot at her.
That's not the way this works.
What do you mean?
Listen, okay, this isn't about her. This is about the other teams in the league.
I think it very much is.
I was going to say, I think that the 12-team leagues for all the other leagues probably works a bit better because it makes it more like the Premier League.
Right.
But
oh, great.
Right.
Now Keon is abandoned.
And there's no bye weeks for the people who are actually in the playoffs. I don't know. Yeah. All I know is this. I chose the wrong place to bring this up.
So are you saying that there won't be any bye weeks in the playoffs for those people that make the playoffs? The rest of us losers like me. Hi, I'm Beck, and I'm a loser, baby.
You made the playoffs your first year, if you remember correctly.
That was the last time I made it, too.
Oh, stop whining. Just play.
I'm not whining.
You're whining.
I'm asking you a question. So you think that the 12 leagues would not have a bye week then?
The consolation teams would, but the regular playoff teams would not.
Right. That's what I mean.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just asking if that's a good idea. I'm asking what people think, but I think I asked the wrong crowd.
No, I think you should do it. I'm with Keon. I think you should do it.
So when we bring in new people, because every year we get a bunch of new people who want to play the fantasy football with us. So the new players that come in, we'll have them fill out the 12s in all the existing leagues.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the way it needs to be done.
All right. I think it's a conversation for a later date, but right now we have to take a break and get ready. Rosalie Michaels, she's getting hooked up and ready to go, and she is ready to answer your fantasy football questions. Come on back, kids. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Ryan Harris here with a preview of the Thursday night football game on Westwood One. Coming up, we have a great game from Los Angeles when Justin Herbert and the Chargers take on Patrick Mahomes and the red-hot Kansas City Chiefs. The 8-5 Chargers won the first meeting back in Week 3 and would take control of the division with a primetime win. Herbert said last week that their recent success has the team fired up for the game.
A lot of the guys are excited, and it's a great opportunity for us to play here again in our home stadium, and it's a really tough team, and so it's going to be a quick turnaround, but we got to watch the film and get better and get ready for those guys.
At 9-4, Kansas City is on an impressive 6-game win streak and allowing only 17 or fewer points per game in that stretch. Join Spiro Dees and myself for the Chiefs at the Chargers on Thursday Night Football.
Remember to listen to Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the NFL all season long, right here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports.
Napa know-how.
Right now, a 5-quart jug of Napa full synthetic motor oil is only $19.99. It's the hottest deal of the year for the coldest time of the year. So if you're in your car right now, there's no need to turn on the heat. I'm about to read this sizzler again. That's Napa full synthetic for a hot $19.99. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating locations does not include taxes and fees. Advertised sale price not available in some states. Offer ends 12/31/21.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering supplies and solutions for every industry. With 24/7 support and experienced staff at over 250 local branches. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You may be into punk rock, soft rock, or classic rock, R&B, hip hop, or house, country, techno, or techno country. But no matter what kind of music you listen to, here's something else you should hear. Please consider getting vaccinated. Talk to your pharmacist today about Comirnaty, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA. This message brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too. And that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard. Aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
The field is called a gridiron. The ball is called a pigskin. The quarterback is called a field general.
Y'all know what time it is?
And the kicker?
Well, they just call him a kicker.
Come on, dude! Hey, this is football. The NFL plays here. Catch all the primetime games, playoff, and Super Bowl 56
On your home for the NFL.
Let's go now. 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
Yes. I'm okay. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Time now to get your questions answered for your fantasy football. Most people should be in their playoffs right now. And listen, this is a tough time when a COVID storm wreaks havoc throughout the NFL. It's also wreaking havoc on your fantasy football teams. And Rosalie Michaels is with us every week from Big Zero to answer the questions and give us guidance. Oh, well, what kind of guidance can you give us right now when COVID is going crazy?
The best guidance I can give you right now is pay attention. Absolutely pay attention right now, because things changing constantly. It just saw that Case Keenum now has COVID as well. And so now Nick Mullins will be starting for the Cleveland Browns.
Wow.
So, yeah. So you have to be on it this week, my people. It's scary out there as far as the NFL season. The good news is that with this, most of them are asymptomatic or have very mild symptoms. So, and they just changed some of the protocols, but you're going to have to really pay attention, because players that are vaccinated, if they have back-to-back negative tests after testing positive and are asymptomatic, the two tests have to be 24 hours apart, then they will be able to play. So you're just going to have to keep an eye on everything. So with what I'm telling you today, it may be different tomorrow. So just pay attention.
Yeah, so I had Jarvis Landry, and then he popped on the COVID. I've been keeping an eye on him, thinking, all right, maybe he has a couple of negatives back to back, and he could play. And now what you've just told me about the quarterback situation there, and I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no way I could play Jarvis Landry. I'm looking to see if there's any way to tell who's vaccinated, who's not vaccinated, because if they're unvaccinated, it is a different story. If they're unvaccinated, they still need to wait the 10 days, whether they have symptoms or not. Well, they start off by telling you it's nobody's business, and the league knows, and they've got records and whatever, but it's not something that's shared. And then that makes us all just sit around guessing. It's like, okay, so he's out with COVID. Is he gone for 15 or for 10 days? And in a competitive situation, it'd be nice if we knew, but you're right. Maybe it's still kind of none of our damn business in a way. But then again, we get the injury report. We know how they're hurt in other ways. So I don't know. I'm conflicted on what we should be able to expect. The human in me says it's none of my damn business. The fantasy football player in me says, "Are you kidding me? Tell me everything." I have a right to
this
know.
week, it's a big week for you, O'Brien. You got to bring your A game.
It's funny. The last couple of years, I've been just in the gutter of fantasy football, and I've finally started to crawl my way back out this year. But you remember back in the day when we were all in the playoffs together, and we would go at each other in championship games, and I was at least in the top 4. So don't act like this is a place I've never been, Rosalie.
Oh, no, I'm not saying it's a place you've never been. I'm just saying you've got big competition this week.
Oh, I don't think I would make fat jokes, but that's why you would.
That's wise, my friend. That's very wise.
I want to ask you, Jeffrey and Rosalie, if you saw our friend Keon's face when Rosalie was talking about Case Keenum going out with the COVID. Would you show us that face again, Keon?
I don't know.
What was happening there?
I was just stunned. I cannot believe that the Browns have room for yet another COVID case.
Yeah. This is a man who, on occasion, I have to ask, "Are you okay?" Because he has a very emotionless face sometimes. when we're hanging around. And so to see that reaction, yes, if you have this on the video, roll that back and take a look at it. It's it's worth the price of admission.
All of my reactions are sports reactions.
There you go. Yeah. Everything else in
I
life.
do have some good news, though,
She's
guys.
pregnant?
If you'd like to hear some good news.
What? Yes, please. Who's good
I have
news?
some good news.
Who's
well,
good
as you
news?
know, the segment's brought to you by Big Zero, right?
Uh-huh.
And I am giving for tonight's game risk-free bets. So I am betting KC -3, and I am also betting the under in the game on Big Zero. And if you beat me tonight, you win $20. If I beat you, I will forgive the bet.
Wow, that is
So,
absolutely
yes,
cool.
for tonight's games, if you use the code Fantasy Girl when you sign up. So go to VigZero.com, use the code Fantasy Girl. You'll be placed into my group. Take one of those two bets, whichever one you like the best. And if you win, you take my money. If I win, I will forgive the bet.
I kind of want to take that bet. I got the Chargers tonight, actually. And I know that's an iffy proposition because tonight's going to be a great game. It's going to be a great game, a lot of fun to watch. But do I put my money where my mouth is?
Yes, exactly. Well, why
on a
wouldn't
risk-free bet? Yes, I should.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
So,
and then you get to try out Big Zero. I went 3 for 5 last week in my bets, and so because there was no vig, I won a true $20.
Big Stanky wants to know if there's an app for that site.
It is not an app. It is just the website. It kind of works like an app when you're on it, but I use it on my phone. I use it on my little phone, and I just go into my browser and I go to vigzero.com and use it as an app in my browser.
Guys, here's something you need to know. Guys, if you want a website to act like an app, I don't know about on iPhones, but what I can do is if I'm in my browser, you click a little dot button up there and says save. You can actually save a shortcut to your browser to that page, and it's just like, oh, there's my app. That's what I've done with the Gridiron games for our NFL fan pick'em right there. So that's one way to get Big Zero sitting on your phone like an app.
Not only are you funny, Jeffrey O'Brien, you are brilliant as well.
Oh, yes, you are correct. Don't know if my team is brilliant enough to beat your team as we play each other. I was telling these guys before the show, I was like, this is the thing is frustrating. I'm finally back in the mix. I've got a chance to do some damage. And the only person I can ask advice of is my opponent. And I can't ask. And they're like, oh, you can ask her. I'm like, no, she's told me, don't ask me any questions when I'm playing you because I will mislead you. I will mess with your head.
Yeah. Well, the good news for you is I lost D-Hop and I lost Darren Waller. So that's great news for you. Ooh. The bad news is I did pick up David Njoku just today because everybody is sick on the Browns, and you know what? So they got to throw the ball to somebody. I mean, I think we're probably going to see definitely going to see a lot of Nick Chubb because there is also no Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was saying earlier, and now I know why you just ignored me because we're playing each other. So you're actually going to go with a tight end from Cleveland with 0% of an idea of who's going to throw to him.
Yeah, well, I know who's going to throw to him. It's Nick Mullins, and so who was just elevated from the practice squad on Thursday.
Oh, it's practice squad guy. Oh yeah, okay. I'm going to play Donovan Peoples-Jones right now.
Nick Mullins. I mean, who is the practice squad guy going to throw to? Who would you throw to if you're the practice squad guy?
Anybody I could see without getting killed.
That's good.
Tight end usually.
Yep, the guy across the middle,
safety blanket.
The only guy
I also
open.
have Jonnu Smith, so I haven't decided which one I'm starting yet. But I may lead with the Njoku.
Well, I would have questions, and I'm sure you've looked at my team, you've seen my pickups, and you know what I'm deliberating right now. So I'll just leave you.
You've got Herbert tonight, so
yes.
That's a great start for you. You know, I've got Brady, but it's against New Orleans, who isn't, is
it's gonna be a curb stomp.
Not as good against the Pats either. So it should be a very, very good matchup because the KC gives up 6th most fantasy points to the quarterback position, but New Orleans gives up the 2nd most fantasy points.
Fantastic. Yeah, all right. Well, let's go now to the text line. You can't help me, but maybe she can help you guys. Screaming Eagle says, "Hi, Rosalie. In the flex position, do I start Saquon Barkley, Devontae Freeman, or Michael Pittman?"
I think you got to go Pittman. Saquon is playing, but it's against Dallas, and they're probably going to end up throwing the ball a lot. I don't hate Saquon, but Michael Pittman's just such a great player. It's a tough matchup there with New England, but I mean the Indy offense is just so much better than the Giants offense is right now. So it's pretty tight between those two for me, but I am leaning slightly to Pittman just for the bigger upside.
All right, and he says for the defense, Patriots or Rams?
I wouldn't go Patriots. I mean, they're good, but I would go Rams, considering that Lockett is now out with COVID. DK is also banged up. Alex Collins not going to be there. They're going to have to rely on Rashad Penny, but the Rams are pretty good against the run, so I'd go with the Rams.
All right, let's see. La Furia Roja says, "Why is it Rosalie looks good and everyone else is just schlepping it?" What the hell, man?
I get the benefit of makeup, and these gentlemen do not. So
What makes you think we're not wearing makeup? This is really insulting. This is very insulting.
How is that all about, La Furia Roja?
I just assumed not. I thought it was all natural.
Wow.
Jeffrey, forgive me.
Choro says, "I got Kansas City defense thinking of picking up Cleveland for this week. Any thoughts? If Chris Jones is playing, I'd start them." Then he goes, "Oh, wait, never mind." Let's see. Lost Toby says, Nick Mullins or Case Keenum?
Well, Case Keenum's not playing, so you'd have to go
Nick
with
Mullins.
Nick Mullins.
Yeah.
Boogie says, the reason they have to tell us about the injuries is because the impact of gambling. The COVID vaccine should be treated the same way with the players.
Yeah.
They should disclose the vaccination status just like they have to disclose injuries. Have
But
to.
I mean,
I don't know.
you have seen the lines completely moving this week, with all the news coming out. So it's crazy. I was just doing the little podcast for the Big Zero guys.
Well, you got a message, I
and-
think. I think you got an email.
No,
Who
it's
did?
the antivirus popped up on the computer over here.
Over in here? It was us? Oh, okay.
It's not me.
Sorry. Randy,
Nobody emails me.
Randy,
Is
it's
everything
okay.
okay?
Everything's okay.
Oh,
Okay. It's all right.
thought it was the end of the world there for a second.
You know
Well,
what I'm
there is
worried.
a lot of COVID in the NFL.
I'm worried that Moist One is next. I'm going to say that he wants for the report who's circumcised, who's not, because that's just the kind of thing that Moist One would say. So I just want to get ahead of it. Harry Soap says, tight end fantasy question.
Okay.
Why do you feel like you need to say fantasy question? Harry Soap, tight end. Who to start? Zach Ertz or Dawson Knox?
Oh, Ertz is been really, really good for the Cardinals. I really like the addition of him. But Dawson Knox has become somebody very important to Josh Allen. Josh Allen, we don't know if he's going to play or not. He's banged up. He's been limited. So you're going to have to keep an eye on that. But I think I would go Josh Allen over Zach Ertz, just because without D-Hop in, I think we're going to see more Christian Kirk. We're going to see more Rondale Moore and more. And so if James Conner does not play, which I don't know if he's going to yet, then I might like Ertz a little bit more. But for now, I'm going with Dawson Knox.
All right. Senior Wake and Bake. Rosalie, ranch or blue cheese? Oh, come on, man.
I'm a ranch girl.
Yeah, I don't
But
understand
if it's
why.
with wings, I like blue cheese.
Really, isn't blue cheese the nature of that? It's like it was already rotten, and that's why it tastes that way.
That's what cheese is, Jeffrey.
No, it's not.
It's
Cheese is
all-
amazing and beautiful.
Yes,
Blue
it's
cheese
all-
is amazing.
Blue cheese especially. But
Oh,
I only
yeah.
like blue cheese dressing with wings, and it has to be not the kind with the chunks in it. That's disgusting.
Big Stanky 87 says, "What is that site for gambling again?" It's vigzero.com, right?
Yep, that is it. And don't forget to use the code Fantasy Girls so you can take my bets.
All right, Big Stanky, vigzero.com. and then use code Fantasy Girl there.
Or you can make your own bets too. You don't have to take mine. You can make your own bets. There's a group of people in there. Everybody really cool. So yeah.
There you go. Big George says, hi, Rosalie. Would you start Lamar Jackson or Ryan Tannehill at quarterback this weekend? Wait, is Lamar Jackson even playing?
He's on the strong side of questionable. So it doesn't look like it. So you're going to have to, again, the caveat is you are going to have to keep an eye on it. Plus he's going against Green Bay, which Green Bay is really, really strong against the QB position. So I mean, obviously you've got Lamar and if he can run, but him being injured, I think I would go safer with Tennessee versus Pittsburgh over Lamar.
This is generally the time of the show where I ask Keon or Randy if they have any fantasy football questions. But
don't do it. Yeah. Don't do it, Jeffrey.
And I can't ask because you won't tell me nothing. So Mr. Pringle says, Fantasy Girl, I really need a win this week. Who should I start wide receiver between DeAndre Hopkins and okay.
Oh, is he being funny?
He was going right to the Henry Ruggs. All right. You're a bad person, Mr. Pringle. You're in timeout.
You know what? You go ahead and start them both.
Yeah.
Big winners for you this week.
Oh, Lord. Screaming Eagle says,
sarcasm, by the way. Nobody take me seriously on that.
I was lucky to have two decent quarterbacks. Do I start Stafford or Prescott?
Dak Prescott's been a little bit disappointing the past few weeks. He's got a great matchup versus the Giants. So that's a really, really tight one because then you've got Stafford against Seattle. So you've got two really good offenses, two really good quarterbacks. I'm going with the slight edge to Dak just because I think that's going to be a higher scoring game.
All right. It's Fantasy Girl Rosalie Michaels answering your fantasy football questions. We have a long line of people waiting to get their questions answered, but we go through this pretty quick. So get on the line, 888-368-1580. Text in your fantasy football question. Rosalie Michaels, of course, here with us, courtesy of Vig Zero. Go to vigzero.com, put in the code Fantasy Girl, and start having fun betting. And such a great deal we'll tell you about again tonight with the Chiefs and Chargers game. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Without education, poverty follows a family one generation after the next. But College Bound AZ provides educational pathway to students starting in the 7th grade and turns dreams into degrees. Your support provides laptops and other things to ignite that journey. To help, Chicago Fest West happens Saturday, March 19th at Mesa Convention Center, and the proceeds benefit College Bound AZ. It's a celebration of Chicago during Cub Spring Training through music, food, a classic car show, and more. Get your tickets at ChicagoFestWest.com today.
Business people like it straight and to the point. So here it is. Bruce Jacobs here to tell you take control of your utility expenses by calling Harmon Solar right now. They can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Level your energy costs, protect yourself from inflation. How's that for straight and to the point? Here's more. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
You may be into punk rock, soft rock, or classic rock, R&B, hip hop, or house, country, techno, or techno country. But no matter what kind of music you listen to, here's something else you should hear. Please consider getting vaccinated. Talk to your pharmacist today about Comirnaty, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA. This message brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer.
This is Dale Hellestray from my friends at Constructors Bonding. If you need bonds, you can put your trust in Arizona's industry leader for the best service, rates, terms, and capacity anywhere. Constructors Bonding is the #1 writer with 14 sureties and will improve your bond program. Call Dave McKee today to learn how Constructors Bonding will perform for you. 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929 or visit cbialliance.com.
Your home for NASCAR. 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. On Saturday night, you got GCU taking on San Francisco. Then Sunday afternoon, ASU takes on San Francisco. We'll have some ASU tickets to give away here shortly for that game. Of course, the GCU game will be here on 1580 Fanatic. Broadcast starts at 5:15. So, all right. We've got Fantasy Girl Rosalie Michaels with us, answering all of your fantasy football questions, trying to help you guys win your games and, well, I don't know, maybe even help you win a little bit of money with Vig Zero as well. We will remind everybody about the Kansas City Chiefs and Chargers bet that she's got on there a little bit later. Right now, let's get back to answering these questions. Hamilton Porter, yes, Randy? Yes, Randy?
Well, I wanted to ask Rosalie. I'm in the consolation bracket, Rosalie, and I wanted to ask you: should I start DK Metcalf, or should I maybe trade him out, move somebody from the bench, perhaps I don't know, maybe Jerry Jeudy, maybe?
Yeah, he is dealing with an injury, so I did just see that that he's got a little bit of an issue. So if DK goes, then you have to start him. You do. But I don't hate Jerry Jeudy if that's who you need to fill in. You know, with Cincinnati, they do give up the third most passing yards per game to opposing offenses, and they're 14th, you know, so they're kind of middle of the road as far as fantasy points in for the wide receiver position. So I don't hate Jerry Jeudy if you have to replace him.
I just have one more question. I'm sorry to take
Randy.
up so much. Just one more. So Pollard, is he? I've got him as questionable right now.
Yeah.
What does it look like? Is he going to be back?
Well, what I'm seeing is that he is still like on the middle of the road for questionable. So yeah, just keep an eye on him. It's, you know, it would be a great matchup with the Giants. The Giants are terrible against the run. They give up a lot of fantasy points. And we know that Pollard's been getting some action when he's in there, but it is always hard to go back for when they're coming back out of a foot injury. So he didn't practice yesterday, so you know it doesn't rule him out, but let's keep an eye on it.
Coming for you, Keon.
Keon, do you have any questions for Rosalie?
No, not really.
Good. Okay, fine. Don't be shy. I'll ask it for you. Rosalie, hi, it's Keon. Why am I so bad at fantasy football?
I know. You know what? I didn't have a quarterback to start the year. You know,
you had the best draft of anybody.
I thought I had a pretty good draft. I didn't say I had the best draft, and I didn't get the quarterback situation sorted out until halfway through the season, wherein I started to look like I actually played fantasy football.
Who do you have now? I didn't notice.
I have Joe Burrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's okay.
Yeah,
I started the season with Ryan Tannehill, and that was not good. Had a little Sam Darnold action in there.
Great fantasy option, but quarterbacks are tough. You know, if you don't get a good one in the draft, it's kind of hard to find one later. Sometimes you'll get lucky, but it is hard to find one later. But Burrow, I mean, it's got a tough matchup this week against Denver. They don't give up a lot of fantasy points to the quarterback position, but you know, the Cincinnati offense is pretty decent. They've got some good cogs in there, but that Denver defense is pretty good.
All right, Hamilton Porter wants to know, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, do I trust one of them to play this week? Well, we know about Jackson's injury, but I guess if he is okay, who do you trust, Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson?
Yeah, you would go Josh Allen over Lamar Jackson. They're both pretty tough matchups, but I just like the other pieces that are on Buffalo better than what's going on in Baltimore, with lots of injuries, COVID issues in Baltimore. Marquise Brown is questionable. So yeah, so if Josh Allen plays, you got to play him. He's the number one QB in fantasy, so you got to go with him.
Jiggy says, do I start Montgomery, Aaron Jones, or KJ Osborne in the flex?
Oh, you know, it's hard to sit Aaron Jones, but Montgomery, you know, it's just Chicago's offense is just so bad, but he is the lone bright spot, and he's got a great matchup on Monday night with, Minnesota. They give up a lot of rushing yards. They give up the 9th most fantasy points to the running back position. And he really is the cog there. And when they utilize him right, we've seen what he can do. Aaron Jones, it's hard to sit because he's such a stud, but he does have a tough matchup against that Baltimore defense this week. First against the rush yards per game, and give up the fourth least fantasy points to the running back position. So it's hard to say, but I mean, it's a little risky, but I would go Montgomery over Aaron Jones.
There you go. Hefty Lefty says, okay, that's no, he says half PPR, half.
Okay.
Yeah. Pollard, Penny, or Stephenson?
Penny, you got to go Penny. Penny has been really, really good with, in what he did last week. It's going to be a tough matchup. Pollard, we don't know if he's going to be there or not. Alex Collins is out. So Penny really is the rushing game. And again, if they don't have a Lockett and they don't have a DK, what are they going to do? You're going to see Rashad Penny catching passes out of the backfield, and you're going to see him running the ball. So I would go Penny.
Jagdog says, hello, Rosalie. Reynolds or Guyton at flex. It's all caps.
What was that?
I said Reynolds or Guyton at flex.
I'd go Guyton. Yeah, Guyton is, Keenan Allen is going to be back, so that makes a difference. But, that KC is not very good against the pass. They've been better as of late. But I trust the Chargers offense a little bit more.
All right. Rough Rob says, well, he didn't ask a question. He's just talking something about Blender League 4. I'll come back to that later. Just a tip says, Rosalie, which two of these three should I play? Freeman, Foreman, Dillon.
Freeman, Foreman, Dillon. Which, just one out of those three? Is that what I'm hearing?
She says, which two?
Oh, which two? Oh, gosh. As I said, with Green Bay, they have a tough matchup there, but so does Freeman. So I would definitely do Foreman with Tennessee. He's got a fantastic matchup versus Pittsburgh. You're going to get a lot of fantasy points out of him. And it didn't look like they're using Dontrell Hilliard all that much to my chagrin last week. So I definitely go with him. And then between AJ Dillon and let's go with Freeman over Dillon.
So Freeman and Foreman, no Dillon.
No Dillon.
All right. Also wants to know Gesicki or Kittle.
Kittle is, they're finally using Kittle the way they're supposed to use him, and he's the number one, he's ranked number one this week for a reason. So I'd go Kittle all day, every day.
Random texter says Njoku or Higbee at tight end.
Njoku, I just told you how much I like him for this week. I know it's a little bit of a question, but it's a better question than Higbee. And Higbee was out last week on Monday for COVID. So whether or not he's back for the next game, not sure. But there's too many receiving options there. And though, Seattle gives up the second most fantasy points to the tight end position, I don't think he's getting the usage he needs to get.
Lost Toby, say hi to your grandma for me. Says flex play, Osborne, Gibson, or Chubba Hubba.
Gibson, love Gibson this week with all of the injuries on Washington. They're going to need to use him out of the backfield, and they're going to need to throw to him. So I like Gibson. There's no JD McKissick either. So
Screaming Eagle says, Rosalie, thanks so much for the great advice. It's very much fun playing the fantasy football. Yeah, it's his first year playing, and he had a rough start, but he got it together, and he's been kind of kicking some ass lately. So good for you, Doc.
Yeah, that's what I say all the time. You know what? Just because you start off bad, just keep plugging away. You can fix it.
That's right, Randy. That's right, Keon. You guys keep plugging away.
You know what? I just missed the playoffs. I don't want to hear this.
Nobody likes a sore winner, Jeffrey.
Oh, come on. If I can't talk some crap here, where can I talk crap?
True point.
Choro says, is Julio Jones worth a stash? A little bit late for stashing, ain't it? He says, actually, I have Gibson as a flex. Should I start Julio instead?
No, I like Gibson still. I already told you why. Julio, I mean, if you're talking about stashing him for dynasty, yeah, he is. He's getting older. He's, but he is still Julio. He still provides some value. I have him on my dynasty team. And because my roster is so big, I will be starting him this week. And the matchup's not terrible. It's not great. So, with Pittsburgh. So, but I already told you why I like Gibson this week.
Boogie says, while I'm letting my roster rest up with a bye week in League 5, the one playoff game I do have going on, Mike Williams with the Chargers or Higgins?
Okay, so Williams, it's funny. He was on fire, and then he was not on fire, and now he's kind of catching fire a little bit more. So he's been a little bit back and forth, but I really think that this game tonight is going to be good. He's going to get some attention. Keenan Allen is back, so they're going to have to cover both of them, which allows for some opportunities for him. With Cincy, it's going to be a little bit tougher for them against Denver. So I would go Williams over T. Higgins.
Hefty Lefty has another half PPR question, says Stephenson or Sanders?
Stephenson or Sanders? Miles Sanders is a great start this week with everybody just like decimated on the other side of the field. So I'm starting Eagles if I can.
All right. 888-368-1580. Big Stanky, he was all excited. He's like, so what's the promo code for the VigZero.com? Of course, we told him Fantasy Girl. And now he's just realized, he's like, oh, man, I'm in Tennessee right now. I can't beat Rosalie because I can't use VigZero in Tennessee. So as soon as you come home, though, you can start to have some fun on the VigZero.com. Right, Rosalie?
Yes. Correct. Yes, correct. Well, I believe it says you have to be a resident.
Well, I think
forgive me if I'm wrong.
There's probably also a
Arizona.
location device to keep you from using it out of state because of regulations.
I don't know that it does or not, so I'm not sure.
Well,
that.
give it
But
a try, Big Stanky.
I think to sign up, you just have to say that you are a resident of Arizona.
There you go.
That is my understanding.
So, get to VigZero.com, put in the code Fantasy Girl, and give it a shot. See what's what. But again, tonight, Rosalie, for Thursday Night Football, fill them in. What is this risk-free bet that they can make with you?
So the risk-free bet tonight. So again, the VigZero, there is no VIG. This is peer-to-peer sports betting. So it's you versus me, or you versus Jeffrey when he gets on there, or you versus Randy. It's peer-to-peer. So there's no VIG, absolutely free to sign up. And tonight for Thursday Night Football, I am offering you a risk-free bet, meaning that if you win, you get my $20. If I win, I will forgive the bet. And I am betting KC -3 and the under 54.
All right. Well, you want a little bit of that money. She sings about in the commercial taking yo money. You might as well take a shot at getting some of this free promo money by going to VigZero using code Fantasy Girl. And let's see what happens tonight on the big game. This has got to be kind of exciting for you. You're putting it out there. You're putting that money out there. I would imagine you're going to watch every single damn minute of this game.
Yeah, well, even if it wasn't, I mean, this is going to be a great game no matter what. We all know that. So, the Chargers did win both games last year. They did win the game earlier this year, but KC is the favorite in LA. So it's going to be an interesting one, and I think it's going to be fun.
Hey, what do you think happened with Herbert, where he came on so strong and then he kind of slumped a while and then he's back going strong? Has it been about his matchups, or did he just have a weird moment?
Yeah, I think that just like what we're seeing, like I was talking about with Mike Williams, and didn't you notice that Mike Williams slump kind of happened when the Herbert slump happened, right? So it was just the whole team kind of had a little bit of a who are we kind of situation, but they pulled it back together and they've kind of figured things out. But Dak Prescott's going through the same thing, just kind of a slump. And, with Dak, he's got too many offensive weapons to be in a slump. So he's definitely putting it on his own back, but it happens. We all get the yips sometimes.
Look
question. What happened to the Cardinals Monday night?
Oh, don't bring that up. Boogie says, last question, in their prime, Marshall Faulk or Adrian Peterson?
Wow.
They're both so great but I gotta go AP. There's something about AP
What?
that I really like.
Oh, Marshall
All
Falk all
day.
day.
I like Marshall Falk, but AP, the fact that he's the longevity just keeps coming back and scoring touchdowns from multiple
Go ahead,
teams.
Jeffrey.
He
Go
just
ahead.
is
Let her-
like,
let her have
nope,
it.
I'm
Go
still
ahead.
a baller. Let's
Well,
go.
Go ahead.
we're out of time for me to make jokes about how he beat the balls off his kid. I can't.
Yeah.
We got to go. All right. BigZero.com. Use code Fantasy Girl. Thanks, Fantasy Girl. We'll see you next week. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
There's no doubt that Harman Solar can save you up to 85% on your monthly electric bill. That's a fact. Bruce Jacobs here. But did you know it's possible to get solar for $0 down and no payments for 12 months? You can lease, finance, or even purchase outright. They have plans that fit everybody. Harman Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harman Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmansolar.com.
AZ Preps 365 is your headquarters for all things high school sports in Arizona.
Brett Quintine, James Mello, and Jose Garcia
Keep you up to speed with all the action, highlights, interviews, and insider information for the prep sports scene.
You need to tune in
To AZ Preps 365 every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on your new home for sports. 1580 and 99.3.
The Fanatic.
And always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
This is Joan, enjoying some me time up on the rim. This is Simon and his friends paddling the Salt River. And this is Brad. Brad is, well, no one knows where Brad is. What they all have in common is that they went to azmbdnow.gov to quickly and easily renew their registration or 30 other services. So go to azmbdnow.gov and get more time to enjoy all the things you love.
Sponsored by ADOT in partnership with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
When it comes to automotive repairs, where do you start? Been looking for a new home? Should you rent or buy? If you're looking for the latest trends in the automotive industry or real estate, look no further than the Drive Friendly Radio Show. Hosted by Steve, with over 40 years in the automotive industry, and Felicia, who's well established in the real estate market, you can get great advice and insight you can trust. You'll be smarter for listening, and maybe you'll have a little fun too. The Drive Friendly Radio Show, Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Your home has gone way up in value, but have you taken advantage of it? This is Rob Canyer with a phenomenal opportunity to tap into some of your home equity, earning tax-free income and eliminating your mortgage payment while staying in your home as long as you want. With home prices leveling off, don't wait to learn more about the new reverse mortgage. This is a safe and proven money-saving and tax-free income opportunity for homeowners age 62 and older. Call me, Reverse Rob, and learn more today at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
Distracted driving kills in Arizona. Life is more important than your phone's beep. Stop the distracted driving, Arizona, please. Sponsored by the Arizona Chapter National Safety Council and the Governor's Office of Highway Safety, aired in cooperation with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Live from the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale.
This is KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
Quiet, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. And your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside my heterosexual life partner, Randy White. Got Keon Rhodes in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. Big George says, happy Thursday. Tonight, I have a big office party at the company there, and it's a Christmas party in Phoenix. And if you don't hear from me tomorrow, you'll know why.
So he's coming back to Phoenix for a Christmas party?
Yeah, I guess he works remotely, but the company is here. So he says, I think he's already had a few drinks. He says, "Go Sun Devils tonight." They're not.
Wow.
They're not playing tonight. It's the
Wow, Big
Suns.
George.
I think he meant Suns. Go Suns tonight. And as
Suns.
you know,
Yeah.
oh dear Lord, the Suns have a hell of a matchup tonight. This will test every fiber of their being. Every last man had better step up and play their best game, from the stars all the way down to the bench. This is going to be something else. This is going to be a hell of a contest. My God, I wouldn't be surprised if several of our players go down, not to injury, but sheer exhaustion.
Yeah.
Because tonight, the Phoenix Suns are hosting the Washington Wizards.
What?
Why are you doing this to
You
me?
felt yourself quake a little in your boots there, Randy? You're damn right you did.
Yes, I did.
Well, they're not that bad.
They're not that bad, but they're going to get murdered by the Suns.
What?
Yeah, I mean, when they play good teams, they get beat. That's what they do. That's what.
That's right. The Washington Wizards are your team, right, Keon?
That is correct.
A team you're very proud of. That is your team for life. I imagine you have a Washington Wizards tattoo somewhere.
No,
I mean,
wait.
not yet.
Now, hang on. The Wizards used to be a laughing stock, but they're a pretty damn good team now.
They are at this exact moment a pretty solid team.
They used to be a laughing stock, but right now they're just a joke. Okay, so they have been upgraded.
They're not a joke. They're okay team, and like the whole
pretty solid team.
2010s. They made the playoffs most of those years. It's just they're not a championship team. They've never put together a team that could win a championship. And this year, they put together a lot of parts. They traded away Russell Westbrook and got back a bunch of solid pieces in return. So they're a solid team, but they're not a great team. They shouldn't beat the Suns.
You don't think I'm jinxing the Suns right now, do you, Randy?
Yes.
Because that's my team. I mean, I didn't mean to jinx the Cardinals when I was just teasing my wife saying
I don't think that you
it's a
jinxed the
lock.
Cardinals. I think the Cardinals did not play well.
But in this case, this is my team. Your team. My team is my team. This team is your team.
No, this land is my land.
I'm doing my own version, Randy. Get off my back.
All right.
Should I not be sitting here so confident and cocky that the Phoenix Suns could completely wipe the floor with the Washington Bullets?
I don't know. No, it's not the Bullets. It's the Wizards.
Oh, back when they were cool, they were the Bullets. Now they're just the Wizards.
Well, I don't know about cool. They're pretty cool right now. I mean, when you talk about a guy like Kyle Kuzma, Bradley Beal is on the team. Yeah, Spencer Dinwiddie is on the team.
Sorry,
he's not playing tonight, but
Montrezl Harrell is on the team. Didn't he have a talk show, Montrez?
Gandalf the Grey is on the team.
No.
The team's pretty young, actually.
Got a wizard.
Kentavious Caldwell Pope, former Laker, if I'm right.
You are correct.
Laker? I thought he sold houses. No, that's Caldwell Banker.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's Caldwell
Different
Banker.
Caldwell.
Yeah. So, okay.
This is a pretty solid team. I listen, if I'm the Suns, I don't take this team for granted.
The Wizards play everybody close, but lately, the last 5 or 6 games or so haven't resulted in very many wins.
Well, they've had some injuries, right?
Yeah, they had some injuries, but the key guys that are injured were actually injured to start the year, and they're still not back. And then of course Beal's been in and out of the lineup, Kuzma's been in and out, but the Wizards play people close. I do think that they're not the team you want to mess around with and maybe show up with your B game, but
I was right.
The Suns are better than them, though. Yeah.
Well, Wizards are 15-14, so they're half good. 888-368-15.
Wow. Wow, damn.
Yeah. I really hope that the Suns win now, or else I'm never going to hear the end of it.
Come on.
Yeah.
Wizards are. This should be a good game. I think the Suns have coming off sort of a back-to-back streak. Quick games. They haven't had much time off. This is kind of the back end of that. Wizards have every chance to win tonight.
I have a question about this team name. Now, seriously, they went from ammunition to Renaissance Fair. They went from Bullets to Wizards. Okay, so how did they? I know why they went away from Bullets, because there was so much crime and violence going on in Washington D.C. So they changed it to something to get away from that. That's why they went to the Wizards. But why the Wizards? How was the process on that when they changed it?
Oh, I don't even know. I just remember it being a big deal. And when they became the Wizards, I really don't think that there was this whole process. Like the football team right now is going through a gigantic process. I really don't think that there was a giant process at that time to fall in the name of the team. I think the owner, Abe Pollin, just liked the Wizards at the time. I just think that name got to his desk first. He thought it was cool. We're the Wizards now.
Seriously, there was no process. There was no vote. The fans had no say. It's just one day you're the Bullets, the next day you're the Wizards.
I don't know any stories about there being a giant process about it. So
wow,
yeah.
So now it's straight up Ren Fair stuff. Now, congratulations.
No,
yeah.
I mean,
no.
I don't.
Look, this team started off the season pretty hot, didn't they?
Yeah. I think they started the season like 9-1 or something like that. It's just they haven't been able to close out games. They've come out west. The games are tougher out here, so they've lost to be fair, some good teams. But the fact of the matter is they're on a losing streak right now.
Mr. Wilbur says, "Is Randy serious? Suns are going to be streaking tonight. I'm not going to be watching." Well, we wouldn't imagine you would be, Wilbur.
Suns are going to be streaking.
I figured you'd have it on the radio, but
oh, damn.
My God.
He's not.
Probably half paying attention to the way he's hearing on the radio and just running his fingers across a good book as he does that.
No.
Oh my God.
What? How else is he going to read?
Absolutely. No.
It's a Travis Shamockery.
No, you can't do that.
Chief Skulls Burner says, "Afternoon, gents. I just got out of the chiropractor's bench there, and I think I just saw a Coyotes player on Thunderbird exit off of I-17 with a sign that said, 'Please help, need trade or money to play.'"
Wow.
Colts fan Dan says, "Why aren't you a Pacers fan, Jeffrey?" Well, let me explain that. I'm not from racist Indiana. I'm from here. I grew up here, at least my teenage years and on. And when I was here in the formative years, we didn't have a football team. That's why I'm a Suns fan, a Coyotes fan, a Diamondbacks fan. Well, there was no football team at the time. And I was trying to figure out, okay, who's my team going to be? And I watched the Colts play. I don't even think they won that game. And I just kind of liked them. I was like, all right, I like blue. I like the way these guys hold themselves together. Seem like pretty good guys. And I was like, I'm going to follow this team. And ever since then, been a Colts fan. That's how I became a Colts fan. But living here is how I became a Suns fan. I have no allegiance to the state of Indiana. In fact, when I started watching the Colts, they were still in Baltimore. One day I woke up and they were no longer Baltimore Colts. They were Indianapolis Colts. And I was like, I don't care. I don't care about either city. I just like the team. So that is why I am not a Pacers fan. I think my life might have been a little easier there around the 90s, though, at Reggie Miller time and stuff like that. That would have been something. But no, I'm proud to be a Suns fan. I am looking forward to them finally getting that championship back here to Phoenix, Arizona, Randy.
Well, a long way to go in this season.
No, I know.
And they've been lackluster of late. I'll have to say that. They've been lackluster.
Well, then maybe tonight's game is going to be scary.
I hope, for Keon's sake, I hope tonight is not a get-right game for the Phoenix Suns. I hope it's a competitive game, not a blowout of like 126 to like 84. Some stupid score like that.
I don't think it's going to be that. I think the Suns will beat them by like 9-10 points, but I don't think it's going to be a curb stomping like 20-25 points or anything like that.
Sun Devil Niner says, "So you like the team for their colors?" I was like 11 years old, and I first liked just watching them play. Yeah. I can't remember who they were playing against. It was 80 whatever. And, the Colts were moving it down the field pretty good. They were actually doing well. And I was like, oh, these guys look pretty good. And
was that back when Harbaugh was the
No, this is pre-Harbaugh. And, they were throwing around pretty good. It just seemed like a good team there. I don't even know if they were, but again, I didn't know what I was looking at.
So what did you do when Harbaugh became the quarterback?
I hated life a little bit. I didn't like him then either. I was just like, this isn't the guy. Cause then I was older then. And I was just like, I learned more about the game of football. And I was just like, Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I couldn't wait for him to be gone.
Didn't
Seriously.
like old number 4 coming.
No, I didn't like it. No, not at all. So, no, it wasn't like a girl picking NCAA tournament because of the color of the jerseys, Sun Devil Niner. But I do like blue. That was one little factor of it when I was 11 years old.
A lot of kids choose their teams that way. If you're a little kid, you're just kind of looking around, or you're just getting into football. My youngest brother is a Ravens fan, and yeah, he grew up in Maryland, but he told me the other day he just was 10 and saw the team colors and just liked them. And he that's it. Sometimes that's all it takes for a kid.
Yeah. So Hamilton Porter, he says, you say that, Jeffrey, but how many titles did the Pacers win? Well, they won them when I was a toddler. They got one in 1970, 72, and 73. So it wasn't in my realm of, existence really. But in that time, none. But they had a pretty good team. Didn't mean they weren't good. Let's see. Wilbur says, that's why my mom told me not to do that. She told me you do that, you're going to go blind. Oh, well, now we know how Wilbur got that way. Scratch me because says Washington should draft their players from Hogwarts. Get some actual wizards up in there, Keon.
Well, once upon a time, when John Wall was on the team, and they had this massive losing streak going. It was like early, but they drafted him. It was like his second year on the team. And someone asked him how they stopped the losing streak. And he said, we're going to need to get Harry Potter on this team because we're ass. That was his exact quote. It is my favorite quote of all time.
Oh, I love that. Fed Fan says, why does it always come back to a girl choosing colors? Because that's who does it, Fed Fan. It's not even a girl. It's some woman with a lot of pictures of cats on her desk that chooses which NCAA teams are going to win based on stuff like that. It's a stereotype because it's true. That's why, Fed Fan.
There he goes.
What?
There he goes.
I can't get in trouble for that.
Keon?
I can't get in trouble for that because it's true.
Have a feeling he's going to be dissolved later on this evening.
Dissolved.
I mean, I don't know if you dissolve a corporation, that's one thing. If you dissolve a person, that sounds illegal.
Fed Fan's going to visit him. Alex is going to agree, and he's going to be dissolved right there at the front door.
I didn't say Fed Fan does it. I didn't say my wife does it. My wife actually is really good at picking NFL
no, you just
football
said
games.
all women.
I never said all women.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think you did.
I did. No, I didn't.
You didn't say all women.
No, don't. Nice try, Randy.
I mean, I don't know why I'm defending you getting your words twisted around, considering how my words get twisted around on this show on a daily basis.
I don't even know what you're talking about, kid.
Okay.
But
I'll defend you because I like the truth and honesty.
Truth
Dissolved
is the truth.
later this evening. I foresee it.
There'll be no dissolution, I promise. And Senior Wake and Bake, who felt left out for a minute, said, heads up and beware of the 49ers. Okay, this is
oh dear God.
We're not even talking football at the moment, man. And all right, Big Stanky says, well, Jeffrey is Jenkins the Suns now. I think he means jinxing. He says first the Cards, now the Suns. What next? I know, Big Stanky. What's your favorite team?
Jenkins.
Well, he's from Tennessee, so take a guess.
Jinkies. 888-368-1580. All right, here in a little bit, we've got a nice big wheel of sports. Today, can we please make sure we get to it? No, not right now. It's way too damn early for that.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just saying, a lot of times I get excited. We got a big wheel of sports. We got a really good on this date in Big George sports history.
Yeah.
And we get distracted. And then we're at the last second, we're scrambling to what are you doing? It's not. No, I don't mean now. I mean later, but not too much later. I'm saying is I'd like to start a little earlier, just not now.
Okay.
Help me do that.
I will.
That's all I'm asking. Just help me do that.
You got it.
Anyway, so let's talk about the San Francisco team and what the chances are for Grand Canyon University and what the chances are for Arizona State University. Arizona State University and Grand Canyon University matched up pretty closely. So if you say the chances are for one, you kind of say it for both, right?
That seems fair, especially if we're talking about a team like San Francisco who's undefeated and has managed to win every basketball game that they've played so far and to do so in most of those games pretty convincingly.
So, all right, Grand Canyon is first up. Is there at least some truth to the idea that they could tire them out? Because San Francisco's playing back to back. Grand Canyon and the Sun Devils are not.
Yeah, there is some truth to it. I mean, you get the first crack at him, and of course, GCU. We know what GCU wants to do. They want to be physical inside and rebound, and they want to shoot a lot of threes. And if they're making them, and it's an up and down game, GCU will absolutely tire out everyone that they play. That's how Bryce Drew wants it. He wants it to be a battle, and he wants it to be physical every single time. It's not going to be a win for San Francisco just walking in there. If they win and they beat the Lopes, they're going to have to beat them inside, out rebounding them. Even ASU could not out rebound the Lopes. They got the win in other ways, but they weren't able to out rebound them.
They are 10-0, Jeffco. They beat Fresno. They beat UNLV.
They're due.
They beat UNLV by 20 points.
They're going to lose to one of these two teams, and it's their misfortune to get tired out by Grand Canyon first, who might still beat them, and then face Nevada, ASU on Sunday.
They beat Nevada. They've University of Alabama Birmingham beat them. They've beaten everybody. They're 10-0, and they're in the same division, same league as St. Mary's, BYU, Gonzaga, Portland, Loyola Marymount. Those are all teams we've heard of. And they're 10-0, 10-0.
I wonder if the slogan is, let us Loyola Marymount you. Yeah. All right.
I don't think that's what it is. No, I'm sure someone has probably used that.
Well, I'm going to write that down and mail it to him. I'm going to ask him, like, hey, if you use it, I just want a little something. Just donate something to charity. I don't know.
They are 10-0. They're heading in here to take on GCU first and ASU.
I know we just said
let's see who they got next. They've got Gonzaga later on, January 6th.
Who does?
San Francisco.
Who cares what they have after us? I only care about these two games.
They're going to take on BYU again.
They're going to lose soon. It's inevitable. Wow. You can't keep that streak going, especially not here in Arizona, man.
Gonzaga later on, February, just before the tournament.
Did you just become a fan of the San Francisco
No, I'm
team?
just telling you who these guys got.
I don't care who they have next. I only care who they have now.
We need GCU to put a big whop on them, and then we need ASU to put a big bap on them.
That's what I'm saying.
And then a bap, and then send these guys licking their wounds out of here, and they can go play SIU, whoever the hell that is.
Wop, bop, blue, up, a bang, bang, boo. That's what we got to do.
I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Southern Illinois, Salukis.
Fed fan is warning me to always look around, Jeffrey.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't afraid of you. We have to take a break. We come back. All the texts are coming in on the text line. And of course, we're going to do a little man talk as well. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Scott Graham here from Westwood One with a Thursday night football preview and a huge AFC West game when the Chargers host the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City started the season 3-4, including a loss to the Chargers in week 3. But now they're on a 6-game winning streak and hold one of the best records in the conference. Mahomes says each of the wins has increased their confidence.
We faced a lot of adversity early in the year, which people hadn't seen, and people threw us down and act like we were done. But you're seeing now that we have the guys to do it, and it's if we come together as a team and take it day by day, we can go out there and do what we want to do.
Now they face Justin Herbert in the 8-5 LA Chargers, who are just one game back in the division, coming off back-to-back wins of their own. Spiro Ditas and Ryan Harris will have the call of the Chiefs at the Chargers on Thursday Night Football.
Remember to listen to Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the NFL all season long, right here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover. All for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter 6688 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 6688. Enjoy.
Without education, poverty follows a family one generation after the next. But College Bound AZ provides educational pathway to students starting in the 7th grade and turns dreams into degrees. Your support provides laptops and other things to ignite that journey. To help, Chicago Fest West happens Saturday, March 19th at Mesa Convention Center, and the proceeds benefit College Bound AZ. It's a celebration of Chicago during Cubs spring training through music, food, a classic car show, and more. Get your tickets at chicagofestwest.com today.
What makes the holidays so magical? Oddly enough, it's not magic. It happens when something appears right when you need it, like the holiday gifts you ordered and had delivered with the Home Depot app. Or when you can build something out of nothing by watching our holiday how-to videos. Or when you know what an object is just by snapping a photo with image search on our app. These things don't take magic. Nope, you just need the impressive technology behind our app to make the holidays yours. With a little help from the Home Depot app, how doers get more done.
You may be into punk rock, soft rock, or classic rock, R&B, hip hop, or house, country, techno, or techno country. But no matter what kind of music you listen to, here's something else you should hear. Please consider getting vaccinated. Talk to your pharmacist today about Comirnaty, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA. This message brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer.
If you're age 62 or older and own a home, this message is for you. Reverse Rob here, Money Radio's expert on reverse mortgages. Learn how to tap the equity in your home and increase the quality of your life by earning tax-free income while protecting your other retirement assets. Join us for our free Second Saturdays webinar every month to learn more. This is not too good to be true. All you need to do is reverse your thinking. Call me today, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
You feel that? It's finally happening. It's starting to get cooler. Is it time to start wearing sweaters? No. It's time to call Harman Solar. See, if you install solar now, you get to enjoy huge savings next summer, up to 85% off your monthly bill. That means with zero down and no payments for 12 months, you can put that AC at whatever temperature you like year-round. Call Harman Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmansolar.com.
Providing you with the latest sports news, commentary, and analysis.
Dale, of course, is hosts the morning show today.
Hold on. Pause it. Where's my name?
Yeah, well, the Chiefs name's not there either.
Well, we don't care about the Chief. He's not on the billboard.
Well, obviously, she didn't care about you. This is a thing about me, and Bruce is trying to get it to turn around for him.
It's just incredible, man, that I don't even get a scant mention on it.
Jacobs and Helly on Arizona's new home for sports, 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. I keep checking my fantasy football lineup, just like, oh, please God, no more COVID, no more COVID, no more COVID. So far, so good. Has there been any more developments? Anybody else popping pause with the COVID? Case Keenum was the last one. Kyler Murray, no, not him. It's just a story about him. Pop pause on the COV.
What?
Because that's how they have it on the fantasy football is COV. So you're popping pause with the COV.
But it's COVID.
I'm trying to talk like these hip kids with their abbreviations and that stuff and the LOLs and the TMIs,
ROLF and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm just trying to hippify the show a little bit, bring a little bit of youth to it. And so I don't know if I'm doing it right, but who cares? 888-368-1580.
Yeah, I don't see anything. I don't see anything as far as the news goes.
No COVID news is good news.
Right now, I don't.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Poor Keon. Hey, Keon, remember when you used to have a whole team? That's a good day. It's a long time ago.
Man, just a week ago.
I don't see.
The Reaper says, I became a Rams fan because of their logo, and my dad was a fan. So it's not so weird to have a kid But it really primarily was, I just thought they were good guys, and they were playing pretty well that day. And I was just like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hang out with these guys. Big Stanky says, well, since you're a Colts fan, Jeffrey, why don't you go ahead and say my Titans will win? Hey, it's a lock. No, I'm not going to do that. I'll never do that within my own division. And like you said, since I'm a Colts fan, it probably won't even work.
Why wouldn't you do that within your own division? But you'll do it with the Cardinals?
I can't bring myself to say something like that.
Say that again.
And how do you know that the jinx wouldn't just backfire on Jeffrey, who is a Colts fan, and then the Titans actually do win?
Right. And it's not, they're probably going to win the division anyway, the Titans.
What are you talking about?
It's just that they're the enemy, and I'm not going to say nice things about them. Like, I don't ever say nice things about you, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't believe in this jinx stuff either.
Well, but why won't you say it? Then if you don't believe in it.
Well, because I don't want to give props to somebody else
If
in
you
the
don't
division.
believe in
It's not
it,
about
you
the
could-
jinx. It's about my allegiances. It's not about I'm worried it'll matter. It's more about
So it's about your allegiances. You'll go ahead and say it about the Cardinals, but you won't say it about your
Well,
own division.
okay.
Okay.
Yep.
No, I've got this clearly underlined. I have
Because
it
in
written
order
down
to
now.
do it to the
Okay.
Titans, you'd have to say something nice
Yes,
about
I won't
the
say
Titans.
anything nice about them, but I will say, okay, how about this? The Colts are going to beat the Patriots. It's a lock. See? Well, the Patriots are going to beat the Colts. It's a lock. Okay. And it's just, I'm not going to say it about the Titans. I'm not going to say it about the Texans or the Jaguars.
I wish you would refrain from saying it about my Cardinals from this point forward.
Okay, fair enough. I won't say in your game.
I know what you're doing. Don't do it now.
I'm
Don't
just-
do it now.
I'm not doing it.
Do not do it.
I'm not doing it.
You're doing a double negative. I know
I'm not
exactly
doing it.
what you've been doing this for 25 years, pal.
I'm not
I'm
doing
on to
it.
your ways.
What am I doing? I'm not doing
Alexa,
anything. What?
Alexa, attack.
She's not. I'm in the studio. I'm not at home.
Oh, dude, when you get home, it's over.
No, I haven't said anything. I haven't
Uh-huh.
jinxed anything
you're-
yet.
I'm not saying it.
I'm not saying it.
So
I'm
the
also
people-
not saying
Did you
it.
hear that, Keon? Did you hear that?
the people currently after Jeffrey O'Brien include potentially FedFan,
Mm-hmm.
Alexa, Amazon Alexa too,
And
to
the
be
damn
clear.
mafia.
Well, the mafia too, and maybe an indistinct number of grandmas.
Wait, where did the mafia come in on this?
I don't know where the mafia came in. I just
Miss
Randy added it in.
Kim.
I just
Miss Kim.
What is she upset about?
boy.
I didn't do nothing to her.
Yeah, what you did to the damn Cardinals, and she had to deal with me and the fallout of me. So now she's got the mafia sicked on you.
Yeah, okay. I guess that's that. All right, whatever. 888-368-1580. Senior Wake and Bake says, how about this bad? Juju for all of you, real or fantasy? Go Niners. Yeah, Senior Wake and Bake, I don't think you're really following how this is supposed to work. So,
No.
La Furia Roja says, hey, I went to Loyola Marymount. See, you should probably pass my new slogan on to them. I'll Loyola Marymount you. There you go. Justice Hip says, Jeffrey, Randy, when you pick on Keon, you put him only a few heartbeats away from his red hot flash anger thingy, you know.
What are you talking about?
Give me a minute to get the kids to safety when you decide to pick on Keon. And then feel free to spark that flame if you feel like it.
Keon, I don't pick on you, do I? I don't think I pick on you at all.
no, I don't think so either.
Oh, that's
told you.
bull
A
crap.
little-
I see him pick on you all the time.
little bit of word twisting from
You
from
just-
the both of you.
You
but,
just
know.
notice it when I do it more than
Thank
when
you.
he does
It's
it.
just word twisting. Thank you.
Mr. Wilbur says, thank goodness Moorhead State's not coming to town. Hefty Lefty says, if you think Loyola Marymount is fun, you'll get a good chuckle from Mount San Antonio College. They host the Mount Sac Relays. San Antonio College, the Mount Sac Relays.
Huh.
I do enjoy that low-hanging fruit. Okay, that sounds wrong too. Thunder Snow says, Jeffrey, I would be afraid of Fed fan. Wasn't she a Teamster? She'll take out your kneecaps with a tire iron. I know her. I ain't got to worry about her. Kyle G says, is Keon voicing the Home Depot commercial? It sounds like him.
I thought that the other day too, that guy sounded like me, but no, I'm not voicing the Home Depot commercial.
Man, I hope it is.
Speaking of team names, Gamecock says, I need some fantasy help. Whoa, you just missed Rosalie by an hour, Gamecock. But I guess we can give it a shot. Russell Wilson or Taysom Hill? Yeah, well, you go Russell Wilson no matter
Come
what.
on, man.
I mean, I personally think the Taysom Hill opposite would do this. Sorry.
And
I wish I could have stayed.
Yeah.
I can't keep it straight. But obviously, you go Russell Wilson. What are you doing? Why?
Yeah.
Come on.
He says,
Come on, man.
Kyle Pitts or Hawkinson. And I can't read what else he wrote about Hawkinson, but Kyle Pitts or Hawkinson.
The way Hawkinson has been
probably.
this year, I'd probably go Hawkinson instead of Pitts because Atlanta still does not know how to use Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate.
No kidding.
Fed fan says it's the world versus Jeffrey. I like our chances. It's a lock. Yeah, good luck. I'll go John Wick on all your asses. That's right. I'm Radio John Wick right here. Bring it. Bring it. I'll double tap all your asses with you with jokes. Colts fan Dan says, I'm a Bears fan too because of there being no football team in Indy at the time. Team colors didn't matter. Walter Payton is what mattered. Oh yeah, man! What a great time to become a fan of any teams. Walter Payton days. Let's see. Megatron says Hawkinson's on the IR.
Oh no!
Well, now you know what you have to do.
Yeah.
Well,
seems pretty easy.
Boomer Sooner says, "Hey guys, I heard an interview with the Detroit Lions play-by-play guy. He says Hawkinson is out for the season. Actually.
Oh no!
Oh, damn.
That stinks because he was actually starting to really pull it together. That first year in Detroit was disappointing, but last couple of seasons have been really good for Hawkinson.
Yeah.
Scratch me because I'll have to blow that picture up to see what you're talking about here in a minute. Blissful Hayes says, was it a short story about Kyler Murray? What are you talking about? Short stories. What's he talking about?
I don't even know.
He wanted a whistle.
Hey, speaking of Blissful Hayes, you want to play Dumb and Dumber? Let's see who's dumb and who's dumber. Ready?
Okay.
Well, you guys give me that look. You guys,
I don't know how to play Dumb and Dumber. Well, let's go.
It's pretty self-explanatory.
Let's go for it.
They're both dumb. Who's dumber? So it's dumb and then dumber. All right.
All right.
Well, I don't know why this has completely confounded you, kid.
I'm ready. Let's go.
I'm not completely confounded.
All right.
I was just wondering. And
Are you
now I
on
know.
board now?
Yeah.
Did you get it?
I'm in. Let's go.
All right. All right. So here's the first guy, and 44-year-old man in Delaware named McRoberts Williams. Yeah, McRoberts is his first name. His last name is Williams. So that's
not a great sign.
Already a strike against this guy, but he robbed the Wells Fargo Bank in Wilmington on Sunday.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he walked up to the bank teller, handed her a note, said, quote, "This is a robbery. I need $150. You think if you're going to rob a bank, maybe you'd go a little bigger, but whatever.
Why would you go 150?
Maybe that's all he needed. So he gives her the note. She kind of
consider it bank robbery.
She gives him the money. He runs out. Out. And when you run out of the bank after a robbery, the best thing to do is get as far away from the bank as you possibly can.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen many movies. I've never robbed the bank myself, but so far that seems like the best procedure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, evidently, McRoberts Williams has not watched a whole lot of movies because he runs out the door, turns left, and immediately stops at the ATM outside and then used it to deposit the money directly into his own account.
Oh, no.
And then he ran away. Yeah, police later found him behind a nearby shopping center. So he was arrested. Now, there is a little bit of more information to the story. Reportedly, he told the police that he traveled to Delaware by, quote, riding on the exterior of a cargo train, and also, quote, my mind is currently being controlled by a third party through an implant located somewhere in my body. I'm not sure where.
Okay.
So what we found out is whoever's controlling his body, also an idiot. So now McRoberts is charged with second-degree robbery, and he's being held on $6,000 cash bond. So he should have robbed the bank for $6,150, and then he would have been able to cover that to next time. He'll know that, you hope. So
got to get a couple steps ahead.
Clearly dumb. Let's see if these other guys are dumber. These guys right here, a couple of idiots in England named John Watson and Mark Goodram, sold somebody's debit card information back in 2019, and then they just now used it to buy 5 scratch-off lottery tickets. So John is 34, Mark's 38. They both have long rap sheets. They're ne'er-do-wells. They didn't have the actual debit card. Mark just had the number and expiration date. He wrote it on his hand. And so he goes to a convenience store, and the convenience store is like, yeah, okay, whatever, I'll use it. So they bought some lottery tickets. And 3 of the tickets they bought were losers. One of them hit for £10, which is, $13 here.
Yeah.
The 5th ticket hit for £4 million, which is $5.3 million. So, they're very happy. They're buying bottles of champagne, living large. They call lottery headquarters. They say, hey, we got the winning ticket here. And they're like, all right. And they says, yeah, we're splitting the money. And so then Mark gets on the phone and then they hit a snag. He's like, well, we need a bank account. Oh, I don't have a bank account. They're like, wait a second. Oh, can you hold on a second? Click. These guys say they don't have a bank account, but they bought the ticket with a debit card. What the hell's going on there? So they got back on and said, yeah, we're not giving it to you now. They refused to pay until they could investigate what was going on. So then John and Mark decided to go to the newspapers. And they're like, yeah, they're cheating us out of our money. We want to publicize this. They're cheating us out of our money, which then made them very public, which put a target on their back. And it made it easier for the cops to find out that they had stolen that debit card information. And now the judge has sentenced them to 18 months in prison. And because the purchase was fraudulent, nobody got the money.
Hello.
$5.3 million. So, all right. Dumb or dumber? Who's dumb? Who's dumber?
The second 2 guys have to be dumber. I mean,
hello,
for so many reasons. There's 2 of them. So one person should be able to talk the other one out of being dumb, except that they're both dumb. That the first guy seems to be mentally unwell, which is contributing to some of the dumb decisions he made, where you have these 2 guys, they're basically lifelong criminals. They've been doing this before.
Badly, yeah.
And it never occurred to them that if you buy something with a bank account and then say later you don't have a bank account, and then they went to the press, also.
We'll show you.
Yeah, that's
So Keon thinks it's the guys who bought the lottery ticket with the stolen debit card. Randy?
The dumber are the 2 guys from UK.
Hello.
Those are the 2 dumber. The other guy just didn't realize that he didn't realize he wasn't being controlled by a third party.
Sorry, you are both wrong. The dumbest is the guy controlling the other guy's brain. The guy who's controlling the other guy's brain did a horrible job of it.
That's true.
Hello.
That's true.
So
didn't even factor him into the equation.
Sorry, you both lose at dumb or dumber. I win.
That does feel like a little bit of a trick question, but I get it. I get it.
I am sorry about
you both should have known better. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right.
Fed fan says these 2 stories explain why animals eat their young. Just got to get rid of the bad ones. Yeah. Hefty Lefty says, I think that bank robber and Ricky Bobby switched around their names at birth. Impressive amount of dumbassery by these jammy Dodgers right there. Gamecock says English guys are dumber, but Good Ram. That is a great last name. My name is Bob Goodram. Ukla says apparently Keon is the dumber. Oh, that's offside.
That's pretty mean.
I mean, you didn't understand the concept of the game. I get it, but come on, he didn't rob the bank and then
use the ATM next to the bank.
We're gonna put Keon in like 3rd place on
or 20 you could go to 25 years in prison for robbing a bank and you only take $150. It just seems like
it's a good point.
That was a really dumb decision to start off with that.
Yeah, talk about so look at the offenses. Dude robbed the bank of $150. He's going away for, like you say, 20 years. These 2 guys use a stolen debit card and won $5.3 million, but now they've lost the $5.3 million because then they're in jail for 18 months. So they tried to steal $5.3 million. They only got 18 months. This guy stole 150 and he's going to the Gray Bar Hotel for longer than he'll remember.
Hello.
What a world.
Yeah. It's an interesting planet we live on.
All right, we got to take a break. We come back. I want to do 2 things. I want to do on this date in Big Georgia sports history, and I want to spin the damn wheel of sports. That's the only 2 things I want to do. So don't screw with me, everybody. That's what we're going to do. God damn it, Randy. It's time for a break. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Heads up, sports bettors. Right now, you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now.
The Phoenix Suns are off today. They'll get back at it tomorrow when they match up against the Washington Wizards. NFL football, the Arizona Cardinals, they continue to get sent for their Sunday matchup as they are in Detroit for a matchup against the Lions. The Cardinals are sitting as 13-point favorites, the over-under at 47.5. NFL week number 15 set to get underway on a Thursday night, where the Chargers will play host to the Chiefs in a key AFC West matchup. Kansas City, a 3-point favorite. The over-under is sitting at 52. For the latest odds all the time, visit vsin.com. I'm Matt Pauley on Arizona's sports betting station, 1580 The Fanatic.
Hi, this is Nick LaCapria with the Daily Sports Quiz. Today we'll talk hockey. In the history of hockey's NHL, can you name the first owner-player in NHL history? That answer's coming up.
Nick LaCapria's Daily Sports Quiz brings you a different question from the world of sports each day. If you want even more questions from the world of sports, visit Nick LaCapria's new website, sportstrivia.org. At sportstrivia.org, you can test your sports trivia knowledge and get answers to some great questions from the world of sports trivia. Sportstrivia.org. It's free, it's fun, and it's challenging. If you like the Daily Sports Quiz, you'll love sportstrivia.org.
The answer to today's Daily Sports Quiz, name the first owner/player in NHL history, the great Mario Lemieux. First owner and player in NHL history. I'm Nick LaCapria with the Daily Sports Quiz.
Are you a planner? Do you like to plan ahead? Then, of course, you already have a plan to call Harman Solar, right? Bruce Jacobs here. It should be at the top of your list to get solar now and enjoy huge savings next summer. Up to 85% on your monthly bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Then you can plan what to do with all that extra money. Harman Solar is a family-owned, women-owned, local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harman Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmansolar.com.
Today, someone will clearly understand their doctor because they have an Arizona licensed American Sign Language interpreter at the appointment. Today, someone will use a voice amplifying device to have a meaningful conversation. Today, someone among the more than 1 million deaf, hard of hearing, and deafblind Arizonans will enjoy greater accessibility and effective communication thanks to the Arizona Commission for the Deaf and the Hard of Hearing. To learn more, visit acdhh.org, sponsored by the Arizona Commission for the Deaf and the Hard of Hearing.
Hi, this is Bruce Jacobs from my friends and former employers at ProCopy. For over 20 years, ProCopy has provided Arizona companies with the best office equipment available from companies like Ricoh. More importantly, they provide outstanding service after the sale with a 96% retention ratio and award-winning technicians. 3 years ago, they joined the Flex Technologies Group, an Arizona-based nationwide group of companies that share ProCopy's commitment to excellence. So if you have branches anywhere in the United States or just here in Arizona, you can get great personalized service even during the current climate. We use them here at the Fanatic and Money Radio KFNN, and they never disappoint because they remain a local company. They give back to our community by supporting ASU and the Thunderbirds through the Phoenix Open. The ProCopy Foundations has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. That makes doing business with ProCopy good for your business. Just give them a call at 602-ProCopy. That's 602-776-2679.
If it's local, we talk about it. 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
We are 16 minutes away from Chiefs and Chargers Thursday Night Football here on 1580 The Fanatic. This is the Daily Blender, and you know, I think we all thought the exact same thing just moments ago. I saw Randy react. I know my brain reacted. Hefty Lefty's brain also reacted. Said, oh, bless your heart, Nick LaCapria. It's Mario Lemieux, not Lemieux. Lemieux is French sex with a cow. Yeah, that's what Hefty
Hey,
yeah, I can't.
moo, moo.
I don't know French, so I got to trust Hefty Lefty there. But that Nick LaCapria. That struck my ear a little bit wrong. Watch him be right. Somebody French is gonna be like, "Oh, you stupid American." He say, "Absolutely, l'ami." I might be the biggest dumbass of the day. By the way, ASU Sun Devil tickets. I was supposed to give away earlier. I have these basketball tickets to watch the ASU men's basketball team take on San Francisco on Sunday at 4 p.m. You think?
All right, we can do it right now.
Should we do it right now? Should we?
Or we can do it tomorrow.
How do you want to do this? You want somebody to text in and let me know, hey, I absolutely promise 1,000% I can go ahead and go to this game on Sunday at 4 p.m. And thank God there's a parking pass involved with it too. That could be an answer right there. Or just have them call. Should we have them call? I think we should have him call.
Yeah.
Keon looks bored. So here's what we're going to do.
That's just my face, but okay.
Caller 3, 888-368-1580. Caller 3, don't call unless you can use the tickets, damn it. Don't be a wise ass. So caller 3 right now for these tickets. Good seats, great parking pass. And Blissful Hayes says he can do it. So there's people out there who want these tickets. Let's make sure we get them to the people who will actually use these tickets. I hate unused tickets. Oh my God. Caller 3, 888-368-1580. That is your phone number to get in there and try to win. So good luck to everybody. All right. So while that is happening, Randy, what do you say? What do you say we make my dreams come true?
All right.
It's time now, ladies and gentlemen, for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1954, Willie Mays became the first player to win the Most Valuable Player award in his first full year of the majors, when he easily outdistanced Cincinnati Reds first baseman Ted Kluszewski for the honor. The 23-year-old New York Giants center fielder made his big league debut in the end of May of 1951, but he missed the next two seasons because of his service to the Army. Back to me, Jeffrey. Yeah.
Wow.
So there you go. Willie Mays got the first MVP.
No kidding. I thought they were doing that a long time.
That's what it says. The first, he says the first player. I don't know if it means the first black player or the first player, period. That is, we should look that up. I am interested. And also,
that's fantastic.
Was that the first time they had a most valuable player? Was baseball the first to ever do MVP?
What's the year on that?
1954, it says.
All right. Anyway,
I have questions.
I'll do some checking on that.
I appreciate that. I am very, very curious.
All right.
All right. So guess what? To make
time to spin the wheel of sports.
No, it's time now for On This Date in Big George's old-timey sports history.
Ah.
Yeah. Back in the year 1938, the Boston Braves. Okay, stop the music. I just made up a new city. The Boston Braves.
Boston.
Start that up again. Sorry about that. My bad. Back in the year 1938, the Boston Braves dealt catcher Ray Mueller to the Pittsburgh Pirates for Al Todd, who'll get traded to Brooklyn Dodgers in March, and Ugly Johnny Dickshot, who moved to New York Giants in April. That's right. Ugly Johnny Dickshot. Mueller will play in only 90 games over 2 seasons for Pittsburgh, and Johnny Dickshot received the nickname Ugly because he proclaimed himself the ugliest man in baseball during his career. After his retirement, Dickshot operated a tavern in Illinois called Dickshot's Dugout.
I'm a sexy beast.
And he organized slow pitch softball leagues as well. Way to go, Dickshot. Back to you, Jeffrey.
Ooh.
That's a real thing right there. I'm not even making that up. So there you go. 2 on this days in Big George's sports history. How's that? Blissful Hayes says, damn it, I was caller 2. Oh man, sorry to hear that, Blissful Hayes. But listen, tomorrow we have tickets for next Tuesday's ASU game. So you still have a chance to win some tickets. And I believe we got parking pass on that one as well. So Ukla the Mock says, why is it always caller 3? Is that as high as Keon can count? No, it's just I don't know.
No.
It just seems like a good way to shake off. I don't know. We sometimes do 4.
We've done 4 before. Yeah.
We just like to get this thing done and taken care of. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe next time it'll be caller 7, and that'll really
We're all
piss
about the
off
business,
Keon.
man. All about the business.
So we got a winner or what?
We do have a winner. It is Ryan. No text or nickname. Doesn't really text the show, but he was listening and saw a chance to get the tickets.
Congratulations, Ryan. And so we'll transfer those tickets over to you ASAP. And thanks for listening out there. It's so funny. We just assume that everybody who listens also texts in.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who listen that don't text in. And there's also probably a lot of people who listen who wish they could reach the knob on the radio to change it.
You mean they're bedridden,
or
they can't get to the radio,
right? Or pinned underneath something. I don't know.
If I wasn't pinned under this bulldozer right now, I would change this station.
Or it's somebody's lit. Like I always picture, there's one guy who runs the garage, and all the other mechanics are like, "Can we please change this?" They're like,
Clem's been here for 60 years.
He's got a big ass wrench, and he's like, "You can certainly try." These boys are my boys. This is my show. Just saying, I have a feeling.
We appreciate you, Clem. Thank you.
But for everyone else out there who doesn't text and listen, we sure appreciate you being out there. Thank you so much for listening.
We do.
Hitting the Nut says you should make it caller 1,580 and make Keon really have to work.
Back in the early days of my radio career, I had 150. I had a caller 150. That is absolute murder on the person answering the phone. Murder.
Yep. So good idea. We might do that.
Wait, hold on. How about we don't do that?
Just caller 150 right now.
It's also another idea.
Throwing it out there.
I kind of like the other idea.
We were giving away $150 and some concert tickets, and it was like caller 150 right now.
You know what though? It's because I know you and you know me. They would have told me that, and I'd be like, "All right, that's fine." I get on the air. All right, we're gonna take caller 150, and then I'd start playing the music. First caller, hey, you win. You're caller 150. What? How's that? Really? Yes, you are.
What amazing luck.
I got to put you on hold for like half an hour, though. So hold on. How long did it take you to actually get through the 158, whatever it was?
I think it was about a half hour. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's what I would do, because I'd be like, no, I don't.
Fortunately, they kept calling.
I don't get paid enough for this as the DJ. Yeah. That dude's getting 150. This don't seem right. That don't seem right. I got to sit there and get like carpal tunnel elbow syndrome or whatever, answering the phone over and over again. Just saying.
I think somebody in the promotions department at that radio station got a stern talking to.
Yeah, absolutely right. Gamecock says, "Can I change my texter name to Ziggy Dickshot?" No, you can't. No. I mean, it'd have to be Johnny Dickshot. Now, if somebody were, because that's historically accurate. Johnny Dickshot says, and then there's a good chance Radio Ron's going to say, no, not every day. Not every day. Hefty Lefty says, Mrs. Hefty Lefty definitely wishes she could change the station sometimes. But hey, I got her to do the fan pick'em, right?
Yeah.
Johnny had an open bar because his name just didn't quite catch on in porn. What? There was no porn back then.
He's a baseball player. And by the way, I just looked him up. His nickname was Ugly, which is just so unfair on top of.
Yeah, I know. I told everybody that when you were on the phone.
I didn't know that. I was
you didn't Ugly Dick Shot.
I just came back for that part. And that just seems excessive.
Where's Ugly Dick Shot? Can we just call him Johnny, please? Can we just do that? And my God, this is back in 1938. So,
ugly Johnny Dick Shot.
Deflated Balls says, with the addition of Keon, Rosalie coming back, and the return of Old Timey, this show is, it's fine. 888-368-1580. Kiss the Cook says, waiting for you to have basketball tickets for the game between my Wildcats and the Sun Devils. We had tickets for the Territorial Cup game. How did that go for you, Kiss the Cook? Now we should spin the wheel of sports. I feel much better having slapped around a Arizona fan. Oh, damn it.
You spent too much time on Dick Shot.
Damn it. All right, fine. Guess we'll do the wheel of sports tomorrow. I got one of those things done I wanted to get done. Hefty Lefty says, answer the phone, Keon. I'm trying to help you chip away at that 150 caller. We might actually do that tomorrow for the other ASU tickets.
Well, please don't.
I might say, I might do it.
I'm absolutely begging.
And then Keon will do what I just did. Your caller 150. Wow, we got that done in 3 seconds. It's amazing. All right, guys. That is it for us today. Coming up next, Westwood One's got your Chiefs at Chargers for the Thursday night football. Good luck in your fantasy. I've got Herbert, so go Chargers. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.